special guest on today. Some people call him Anthony. Some call him Tom. But today, we call him Iceman.
Iceman. Thanks for having me, boys.
Appreciate it. It's a pleasure having you.
No, it's an honor
Thanks for
to be
coming
here.
out, man.
No, thank you.
We got a lot to talk about on today's podcast. We have the last week review, this week's picks, Pro Bowl rosters that came out, and we're going to review the college football playoffs.
And the possible playoff picture.
That's right. We have Iceman on today to talk about college football. He's a college football expert.
Specialist.
Yeah, that's right.
Like I like to say.
But as always, we should start off with last week's review.
Let's do it. So, last week, that was a tough one, hey?
He wasn't our sharpest week.
It wasn't our sharpest week. You were coming off a week where you swept.
I did go 5-0 on my picks last week. We did go 9 for 14 on our penny parlay last week.
We did.
That's all right. Not bad.
And then I didn't do too good on mine. I only got 2 of my picks right. Can't miss parlay didn't hit. My underdog didn't hit. Lock of the century. It was a lock of the century, so you knew it was going to hit.
Tough when the can't misses miss.
It does suck when the can't miss is miss because
it defeats the purpose.
They're made to not miss.
Yeah,
that's the idea every time we make them.
Unless something happened in the space-time continuum that week.
The new Spider-Man movie came out.
Exactly.
Who knew Big Ben was undefeated after Spider-Man movie dropped? Did you guys see that?
I did see that stat. I wish I saw
it
it before the game because we would have put the house down.
That changes the can't miss.
This is why we need a math guy. He could have fished that stat out.
We still haven't had any applicants, have we, Hollywood?
Not a single one.
No, that's tough. Yeah, so send in your resumes to our Instagram if you're a math guy. Last week, big upsets. Cards versus Lions. The final score was 30-12 for the Cardinals. Oh, no, wait. It was the Lions. Can you believe that?
All those guys are rolling right now.
I couldn't believe it. I know you were confident enough that you took them with the spread.
My lock of the century last week was the Cardinals minus 13. That is tough.
I was kind of worried it was going to be a trap game. I usually do in these ones, especially against the Lions. The Lions don't like us. We have learned that the hard way. I took the money line.
We must be like 0-8, 9 against the Lions.
Holy fuck.
Can't get a read on those guys.
If you're going to listen to our picks, be sketched out on whatever we say about the Lions, because I try to avoid those guys in every situation.
You got to win one, though. Like, eventually you're going to have to win one.
We'll have to win one.
Yeah.
But the Lions, at the beginning of the year, that's what we were saying about them. And then they kept losing.
Nah, they got to win.
And then
that was the one.
They're at 2 now. They got 2.
Holy fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Got to make it 3.
And a tie.
Fuck, I changed my pick
That
for
is
Lions
a frustrating organization if there is one.
Yeah. So the Cards came out pretty flat that game. They did not look like they were ready to play. They were sleeping on the Lions.
Well, was it the Thursday or was the
No, it was Sunday.
It was a Sunday. Yeah. I just can't imagine what was going on through their heads. I feel like they're just thinking, you know what, we're gonna go play the Lions. Yeah. Joke of a team. Absolutely electric head coach, but it doesn't translate to the field most of the time.
No.
Until the last couple weeks.
Do you think that D-Hop being out of this game plays a big factor?
I feel like it shouldn't matter, but I feel like he is a bit of a crutch sometimes. Like the amount of times you look at Kyler's just throwing it up to him, just giving him a chance.
He's a good receiver.
He's a really good receiver.
One of the tops when he's in. I think the biggest thing with that is just them getting away from the run game. Like you saw that like Chase Edmonds averaged 8.8 per carry, James Conner averaged 4.9 per carry, and they only ran it like 14 or however times. And then meanwhile Kyler's out here throwing it 41 times.
That's a lot of throws.
That's
actually a lot of throws.
I also know with Kyler, I appreciate his commitment to throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just thinking too much like Lamar here. He's pretty fast though. You see a lane, go take it. He likes to just scramble behind the line a lot and just try and buy time.
High school quarterback ever.
He is, yeah. What is it, Allen High School?
Allen High School. Greatest tape you'll ever see.
He's a quick little bugger, that guy.
But, you know, man, sometimes just go and make something with your legs. You're fast.
Yeah, I agree.
Giants plus 10.5. Who knew?
I'm sick of seeing the Giants play football games. I've had enough.
You're sick of the Giants.
Yeah.
Look at my jersey and ask me if you're sick of the Giants playing football games.
Yeah, you're not a big Giants guy.
Yeah, you should just get rid of the franchise,
but
to be honest.
The Giants with Danny Dimes, electric.
Yeah.
Loved them.
Oh.
They had the ball rolling. They have the red idea with Danny Dimes there. But now that he's gone, can't stand him. It's really starting to piss me off.
It's just, but you got to give some credit to the Cowboys in terms of Micah Parsons is actually that guy. Now that they got the rest of their, because before they didn't have their backers weren't all healthy, so they were having kind of Micah switch between, like he was a little hybrid going everywhere.
Yeah.
This guy can just pass rush, hey?
The highlights that they were putting up on the television set were pretty crazy of him.
It was ridiculous.
He hasn't watched the game, did you?
You don't think he's
good? He had
good?
0 stats that game.
Yeah, but he was pressuring.
He didn't have 1 tackle.
He's always in the backfield. Are you kidding me? You're telling me those interceptions weren't like caused? No, I'm not trying to say just because of pressure, but like, you think those were deserving?
Deserving? No. Anytime Trayvon Diggs gets an interception, it's not deserving. So yeah,
I agree with.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a tough one. They didn't cover it all. Plus 10.5. Should have took him at like plus 20 if that ever came up. But Giants weren't the right move for me.
Titans versus Steelers. We had Titans minus 1.5.
They had it.
Honestly, at halftime, I think the score was 13-3, and I had them looking at my parlay, and I was pretty excited. I was like, maybe I should just cash out. Like, see, like I could see the Steelers are always that second half team, you know, like they come out, they're flat, they're done, and then in the second half, I don't know what happens, but then they're like, okay, let's start playing.
Like you see with the Vikings.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. No, the Vikings do it in reverse.
No, like against the
Vikings. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. The Titans, what was that stat you were saying earlier, Coog?
Oh, after every time. Are you talking about the Titans or
the
about
Titans
Ben
turnover?
Roethlisberger?
The Titans turnover stat.
So, aside from the whole Ben Roethlisberger Spider-Man thing, the other thing working against us was at one point I think it was in the fourth quarter, they went on a 10-play stretch. So, for the last 10 offensive plays the Titans ran, they generated 3 turnovers. Like, they gave up the ball 3 times.
10 plays, 3 turnovers.
At that point, you don't want the ball clearly. I think I saw it. Was it Jonnu Smith or not Jonnu Smith?
No.
Who's their tight end now?
Anthony Frisker.
I think it might be Anthony.
I don't know. It was one large man. This guy's playing hot potato with the football as he's getting tackled. He's literally just chucking it up to nobody. No. Couldn't tell you what was going on there.
Can't do children's games on the football field.
There's no place for it. There's no place for it.
This is a big boy sport.
Exactly.
It's a man's
sport. People get hurt out there.
Lots of injuries.
Hot potato.
Lots of injuries. So I had the Titans money line. That was my loss in my 3-game parlay. I had the Bengals +3 over the Broncos. That game was a bit of a snooze fest. Then I had the Bills money line over the Panthers, and like I said last week, we're just gonna fade the Panthers every week because they're not a good team at all.
Yeah, you brought that up, and I do agree with it.
Fell off this year.
Yeah,
they were kind of decent at the start of the year.
I thought there'd be
Sam Darnold had everybody fooled.
Sam Darnold came out hot. I thought their defense was kind of sick to start the year off too.
Very good and young.
And then
they got ballers.
Just how they. And
now they fired their OC. It's a shit show. You got Cam Newton in there. You're not gonna win a lot. You're not winning. As I could tell you again by a page fan, you're not gonna win a lot of football games with Cam Newton.
Them firing the OC was just kind of like a let's just blame this guy for our team not working.
You think he was a little scapegoat?
I don't like because it was his first year coaching, right?
Yeah, he was the OC at LSU with Joe Burrow.
But he just wasn't put in a good situation.
No. He was put in to lose. So like maybe he's not a bad OC like at the end of the day, but he was put in a terrible situation. Yeah, exactly. And McCaffrey was out for a lot of the year
when
too.
You lose that guy, where
you can't rely on McCaffrey being around though, man. I think that guy is just now made of glass. Now you can't. The last 2 years.
I know, but it's just like
even when he comes back, he's there for I think he lasts 30 seconds until he has to get hobbled off the field again. No disrespect to McCaffrey if you're watching this. I'm just telling it like it is.
That guy's at always like fucking Coog. It's like I hate that guy.
That guy's always in my head.
He's got your picture in his locker and he just throws darts at it every day. It's like I hate that guy.
It bothers him because he knows I'm right.
Yeah. Use that McCaffrey.
My underdog pick was the Falcons +9 against the 49ers. That was a bad pick. The Falcons, I think, were in the red zone 3 times, and what did they come up with? Nothing?
Don't get me started.
It was so dumb.
This is 5 years now where the Falcons have had the worst red zone offense in the league. Like, just watch. Just watch. Like, it is awful. Like, you always, every year, like, except this year, you'll see Matt Ryan. He's top in passing yards.
Yeah.
And he's never there with touchdowns. You see Julio every year. He's top in touchdowns. Never in touchdowns. They're the worst red zone team, and it's been that for, like, 5 or 6 years. Ever since that Super Bowl year, it is just... They can't do anything.
You beat the touchdowns out of them after that comeback. That stuck them. But, they do this thing where... I feel like when they're playing like average to below average teams, they're pretty decent, like in terms of the season. Yeah. But then as soon as they play slightly above average or good.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute beatdown, which I don't know how you just swing so far to one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means you're not a good football team.
Is that the answer?
If you can't pick the good ones, then you're not that good.
Coog, who did you have in your 3-game parlay?
For last week?
Yeah.
So I had the Titans money line. You know how that went?
Yep.
Rams money line, that one hit. And I don't even want to talk about this game, which we already did though. The Cardinals money line.
Yeah, that was
disgusting.
Yeah.
And then lock of the century again. Rams -4.5. Lock.
Nice.
But pick. That underdog pick of the Giants. That'll hurt. That'll sting.
Okay, Week 16 NFL season coming up right now as we speak. Actually, we're filming on a Thursday, and the game is actually started.
The Thursday night game has started.
Titans San Fran.
I'm imagining.
There you go.
Tell me the Titans are winning.
I'm just gonna say right now, San Fran -3. That's my pick.
For the future, people. I don't know. Is the spread? Is it 3?
3.
I'm taking Titans +3.
You're taking Titans +3.
I think the
I'm
Titans
San
need it.
Fran -3.
Okay, so like I like saying that when the people are watching it, they're like, "Oh, I already know what happened."
San Fran is up 7-0.
Yeah.
Not a good time.
Beautiful.
There you
Was
go.
it at least
Good pick.
Debo?
If it was Debo, it'd be really nice.
It would. I'd be fine with it.
Fuck, I love that guy.
Anyways, so this week we have the Ravens versus Bengals. The Ravens are the Bengals are favored by 3. Over under is 45.
Okay.
What do you guys have for this game?
I'll let you start us off, Iceman.
This is a tough pick. I was thinking about it. So Lamar's still out. Am I correct?
That is up in the air right now.
Still up in the air.
Nobody knows.
Okay, right now the Ravens this season, they haven't won one game against divisional opponents. And last time they played the Bengals, I'll let you answer this one. What happened? It didn't go very.
They caught us off guard.
They
caught us off guard.
They caught you like 40
The
points.
score did not depict what happened.
A lot of
If we
points,
go
fair.
off the scores, then Miami is a Super Bowl contender, which they are not. But let's
What?
go.
I don't even know what that point means.
If we're saying the score differentials, because Miami also may have had a beatdown on the Ravens. It was like 30-6.
Yeah, but you guys are saying that you're like the top dog to win the
Yeah.
Super Bowl then.
I'm not.
Like the Ravens.
I'm not saying that.
Well, you
when
just
did I say that?
You said
Oh, you were saying a
I
bunch
said
of nonsense.
if we're going off score differentials,
Yeah.
like they beat us by 30, then if that's what
I feel like
makes
that's
a team,
important.
then
I feel
Miami's
like
a Super Bowl
an
contender. 'Cause they beat us
ability
even
to
worse.
score points is and not give up points. That's very big.
I'm just saying in these
That's
scenarios,
defines
we just
games.
got caught off guard.
Okay,
Alright.
so you
That's
got
all it
covered.
is.
They were snoozing that game.
We
So
snoozed.
either way, the Ravens could definitely win. I'm not putting it against, but it's gonna be a close game. But I'm gonna take the Bengals this one.
okay.
-3, or you going the money line?
I'll just go money line.
Money line. Okay. I have the Ravens at a money line actually.
Okay.
The Bengals did beat the boots off the Ravens last game, but I don't think that the Ravens are going to lose twice. The Ravens have been looking pretty good the last couple games without Lamar. I actually think Hudley might be a little bit. I kind of like him better, to be honest.
I like
I do
them
like
both.
him better.
Yeah.
I really liked him at
Same.
Utah.
Yeah.
I thought he was
With the
sick.
slight lean to Lamar.
So, that's why I think that the you got to ride the hot hand. I mean, the Bengals, they played the Broncos last week and they won 15-10. So, like, I know Denver has a good defense, but
Ravens are in a slump right now.
if the Bengals can't put up
like, look how
points,
close the
then
game's
I
been.
think the Ravens I think they got to win. I'd actually sprinkle some money on the money line this game for underdog.
So the Ravens have lost the last 3 then.
They have.
Yeah.
They have.
It's been a tough
but
December.
Let's look here.
Close game.
I'm taking the Ravens +3. I like your money line pick. As long as it doesn't come down to a 2-point conversion, I think that money line pick probably hits.
How do you feel about those 2-point conversions? Do you like it, or would you rather
Okay.
just kick?
Yeah.
Against the Steelers, I wasn't angry in the moment. I'm always about taking the gamble.
Yeah.
Against the Steelers, I was like, you know what? You could. I didn't think there was a wrong answer. You know what? Because I think we could. It's just we were playing in Pittsburgh too, I believe. Or no, wait, were we at the bank? No, I think this past week we were at the bank.
I don't like that he calls it the bank.
It's the bank.
Yeah, like everybody's gonna
M&T
know.
Bank Stadium.
Why the
Sorry,
fuck would I
M&T
know?
Bank Stadium, home of the B-Rabs. Regardless, we had to make a slight comeback on the last couple drives there to get back in that game. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, maybe just go ahead and win it right now. No OT. I think we would have won an OT though.
I don't mind the call.
This past week, I am all for the call.
Yeah, I was for it. I was for
You're
it.
not supposed to be in that game to begin with. We have a backup quarterback. Our line is shit. That game they played all right. We're playing Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. Like, you're seriously gonna make it come down to a coin flip of whether Aaron Rodgers gets the ball or not? And even with that said, like, I saw a lot of arguments. People were saying, well, you guys stopped him on the other drives. Okay, man, that's not OT though. Aaron Rodgers is if he has the chance to win the game, he's going to go and win the game. I thought that was a fine call.
I agree. Yeah.
I would have done the same.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, so the pick for the parlay, we have the Ravens at +3 then, let's say.
Yep.
Because we got 2-1, 2 against 1 here. Okay.
Are we going to talk about the
Colts Cardinals or Browns Packers?
I had the Rams Vikings as the next game.
Rams Vikes. You guys down with that?
Okay, Rams Vikes.
Let's talk about that Rams Vikes because I know there's some discrepancy here. Mav, why don't you start this one off?
Okay, this is a must-win game for the Vikings. Mike Zimmer's coaching for his job. Kirk is playing for his position. And the Vikings, if they lose this game, are probably going to be out of the playoffs. I think they're going to come out hot. I think that the Rams haven't looked as good as maybe they should look. So, with that being said, a lot of the games the Vikings play in are very close. Giving them the +3.5, I think that bonus 0.5 is pretty big for the cover. And I think that the Vikings are going to come out hard. Rams might be sleeping a little bit. They had that win against the Seahawks, very questionable win. And, I think that the Vikings are better than the Seahawks, so it should be a good game. But my money is on the Vikings +3.5.
So you're taking Vikes +3.5? What are you saying, Iceman?
So this is gonna be a tight game. I really don't know who's gonna come up with this one. I think with the Vikings, they're just always in it and just seem to always be on the wrong side of things.
Yeah.
So really, what I'm leaning towards here is the over on 49. So
49.
right now with the Rams, in their last 5 games, 4 of them they put over 30+ points.
They can score.
They can definitely air it out. And then in the Vikings' last 5 games, 3 of them they put over 30+ points. One of them being 27 points. So they're close to there. So right now, I really think this is something they're gonna air out. Cam Akers is reportedly supposed to come back.
What?
For the Rams? Yeah. So that's super
That's out of
interesting.
nowhere.
Really?
Yeah. I saw
Okay.
that report today. So apparently he's coming back.
For this game?
I think it was this game. I could be wrong, but I did hear that news report come out.
You're going to have a 3-headed monster back there.
Exactly. It's going to be really
Fabio's going to be
impressive.
choked with Austin Eckler.
So it's going to be interesting.
They're not Eckler.
But yeah, no, I would take the over here. I think it's gonna be a shootout. Like you said, the Vikings need to win.
Yeah.
Zimmer's fighting for his job, and the Rams they're fighting for a higher seed in this. If they win, they could probably.
Yeah,
if
they
Cardinals
want.
lose, they could take off the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, that Cam Akers news comes out. That's pretty
sure.
wild.
I'll double check.
I think not Fabio. Who has Henderson? Is it Ethan?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whoever has Henderson
to
that
return
sucks.
from IR. To return from IR 5 months after.
It was his Achilles too,
Yeah.
eh?
Dude, Achilles
Well,
scares the shit out of me.
yeah, that
Because
is
it just
terrifying.
it
one.
just-
Apparently, it's just a gun. That's all you hear.
Because like the way it works, like when you tear it, it just like rolls up into an accordion.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What the
If it gets like
fuck?
fully torn, like because it's like this, right?
Yeah.
And then once it gets torn, it goes and up into like a ball into your like that's fucking terrible. And
Ew.
the way that they repair it is they pull it back down and sew it back in.
Oh,
Ew.
Right?
wow, this guy's
That's
a hero.
I was gonna say
This
we
guy-
got
That's
an
fucking
this guy's
crazy.
I'm cheering for this
Oh,
guy.
I couldn't imagine.
Well, I'm actually pretty hot on the Rams here, to be honest. Minus 3.5.
Very good stuff.
I think the Vikes. I think you guys play to the level of whoever you guys play against, like in pretty much every scenario.
Every single one.
Yeah, I agree with
Specifically
that.
when you're playing worse teams, you guys play down to them.
Yeah, love that.
I don't think Kirk's job's on the line. I think Kirk is just fine. I don't think he's
No,
great.
Kirk's-
I think
Kirk's solid.
that's okay. So you're
He had a bad last 2 games, but before that,
But-
he was like 23-2.
But
touchdown
even
interception
like
ratio.
last game, okay, that one interception, like maybe
Yeah,
he probably
that's
shouldn't have thrown that. But I see, like he thought he was he thought he was getting a call there.
Yeah,
Which
well,
I
Jefferson
know,
tripped, but
I'm just saying, I don't think Kirk's job's on the line at all.
I think
No.
it is on the line.
I think Kirk's job's on the line.
Yes, I
What's,
think
Why?
Kirk-
what would be a better alternative? Like what would you do?
Mike Zimmer's on the line. I'll
Dude,
100% go.
I
with
think that the Vikings are going to go into a full like reset, like, and they're going to get rid of Kirk.
What's his
But you guys have
contract?
pieces.
His contract is still pretty high.
But like, how many years are left?
Next year will be his last year for I don't know how much million.
Well, I don't know
But
what you
he's
guys.
not-
is-
I don't-
I
problem,
know
though.
he's not bad, but like he's
And
not.
I like the Kubiak.
And I also
He's
don't
not-
think you're in such a rebuild situation. Like you guys have a lot of pieces. Like you think your receiving core is sick.
Yeah.
You have some.
I-
good
Your
defensive
O-line's getting
players.
better.
I don't know, man.
You have Dalvin Cook. That's like my favorite running back in the league right now.
Yeah.
I
think Mike Zimmer. It's more. He's just like in that we were talking about this earlier. Jeff Fisher, Marvin Lewis kind of thing, where it's just the same result every year. Like I think you just need a new head if it doesn't work out again this year.
Like try something different.
Yeah, something different. But like the players they have in, I'm just like, why doesn't this offense?
I don't like Kirk Cousins. I don't like him.
You know, you could ask 100 people their opinion on Kirk Cousins. You get 100 different answers.
Because he's just not 100%. That guy. He's not going to win the games that you need to win. And when it comes down to it, like, and you've seen it all this year. I mean, it's not all Kirk's fault because he has had like good like finishing drives to put us in a position to win. But it's not the last drive that like defines a game. You know?
So you're saying, okay, I see what you're saying. I think you should have a little more confidence in him. I'm not saying he's like an all-pro.
No,
but I think Kirk Cousins. I really don't think
this is
29-6 touchdown interception ratio. I think Rodgers has the only better one.
Statistically,
he's like,
this
you
is
know
his
he's
best
top
year.
5 all-time passer rating. All-time.
Yeah, I know because he throws like these little pussy check down things.
It's like win football games.
Yeah, it's so irritating.
I'm just saying. I think you guys have a lot of pieces if you take into account your run game, your receivers. Like offensively, you guys are pretty. I know they have Justin Jefferson. You guys can be going like fucking like go have 2 plays to go for like literally nothing or negative yards, and it could be like 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11, or even like 2nd and something longer. And Justin Jefferson's just open somewhere.
I know.
And like it's really annoying.
And we have Irv Smith coming back next year. I was excited to see him play because we got rid of Kyle Rudolph, but he got hurt. So, anyways, that's the next year thing. So for this game.
So I think I'm going Rams -4.5. You want the Vikings with the points or money line?
3.5.
Or 3.5. Sorry. Are you taking the points with the Vikes or are you going money line?
I know. I'm gonna go with points.
You're going with the points and you want the over.
Yeah.
So I think this one's up to the fans.
Okay.
You guys, whatever you guys are feeling.
Leave it up on the Insta.
We'll leave it up on the Insta. Fans, choose what you want. You make your money.
All right. Now we're moving on to Broncos versus Raiders. This is a tight one. The spread is the Raiders favored by 1, so pretty much a pick 'em, and the over under is 41.
Okay.
I have the Raiders -1.
I also have the Raiders -1.
Yeah, and we got Iceman over here, who's in the middle here, sitting with the Broncos.
Yeah, tough for me. Because the Raiders beat them last time. I can't see them sweeping them this series because the Broncos are playing.
I mean, it is fair to say, like, with these divisional games, it's hard to beat the same team twice.
Q now with Denver.
They're playing
Drew Lock. It is Drew Lock. Okay.
Drew Lock. He's I'd actually put some money down on him to throw a turnover. I don't know what the line is, but
I would double that.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that's gonna happen. But the Raiders are also like they're fighting right now for a possible playoff berth. Like the way the
Broncos are.
They both are. They both are.
They're both in that.
Oh, they're both 7-7. This is a huge game.
It's
monumental.
I think this is super close.
But like, see, the Broncos are just so stale on off. I freaking hate watching the Broncos offense so much.
Isn't thing coming back?
Who?
No, tight end. Darren Waller.
Is he back for this game?
I thought he was coming back.
If he's back for this game, then that's really big because I think that the Raiders struggle without him.
But even I still like the Raiders. Like I think they're like a sneaky, not good, but I think they're a sneaky decent team.
Yeah, I also like the Raiders. I mean, were they playing last week? Who they play the Washington football team?
I believe they did.
Yeah, that game was.
The Raiders. Ooh, they played
beat the Browns.
The depleted Browns.
The Browns aren't good. I want to put that out right now before we get into anything else. The Browns aren't good.
But like the Browns were like really hurting, and the Raiders beat them, but not like soundly.
No, not soundly. But I just think.
I don't know. The Browns had Nick Mullins in there as starting quarterback. Yeah. They don't have any of the receivers. The best receiver right now is
Donovan even with Jones. Baker, you want to talk about quarterbacks who I think are on the hot seat? I think Baker's on the hot seat. At the beginning of the season, I remember that was one of our questions. You give up on Baker? I said maybe not just yet. You know, like he hasn't done.
He's been hurt. He's been hurt the whole season.
He's been hurt.
Yeah.
But I think Baker.
I think you gotta look at other options.
Yeah.
Like something I said before the offseason, if all this Aaron Rodgers diva crap is actually happening, that's something Browns. That would be a possibility. If you add Baker on with picks,
in terms
that would be a crazy
in terms of like
them.
possibility,
would that happen?
But
I don't
Aaron
know.
Rodgers,
Probably
I think
not.
would never do it. I could not picture Aaron Rodgers going to Cleveland.
But
even back when Odell was there and like he had a better supporting cast. Not that they're a whole lot worse without Odell, but I like that's just not could you imagine Aaron Rodgers in Cleveland?
Bro, that O-line.
Okay, so
they're good. I'm not saying in terms of like they don't have pieces.
They have the pieces.
I'm just saying
They
I don't
have
think
pieces.
Aaron Rodgers would go to Cleveland. Like as a city, as an organization, like
Well, if they trade him,
I could
probably
not.
better choice.
Yeah, but he does the whole. Maybe I'm gonna retire this year then.
in the
You're
last
like, no, never mind. You can stay.
in the last 6 games that the Raiders and Broncos have played, guess the record.
6 games.
So,
4-2 for the Raiders.
you say 6 games?
Yeah. They've both been like pretty average the last 3 years.
I'd like 3-3 legit.
3-3.
Yeah.
Raiders are 5-1 against them in the last 6 games. The only time that they beat them was this year. Or sorry, the Raiders won. But yeah, so I think that the Raiders kind of own them. Like they're like little, they're
Yeah,
the
the
little
little
I
brothers.
would hammer that. I didn't know that.
Like what people say about the.
Like the Packers and the Bears.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
That's a little brother.
That's the
Like,
divisional team in that
hey,
division.
sport,
Yeah.
like I'll let you win this one just so I can keep playing you every year.
I don't know. I like the Raiders. I think they're. I like Derek Carr. Is that crazy?
No,
I like Derek Carr.
I
Yeah.
love Derek Carr. I'm a big Derek Carr
AC/DC
guy.
when that was going on.
That was a great
electric.
thing. That was literally
And
This
you
guy
know,
set that up. This guy wrote that down.
I wish I did.
Who do you think is better, Kirk or Derek Carr?
Kirk.
You think Kirk is?
Yeah. Kirk.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
I
think Kirk's in a better situation than Derek Carr too.
I think he is in a better situation.
Like I think the Vikings are I think you guys realistically should be able to make runs.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you will. Maybe it is Mike Zimmer. I don't know what the issue is, but I think you guys don't play to your talent as much as you should at all.
Okay. Well, so me and Kook got the Raiders. So
I kind of want to switch over to the Raiders.
You're gonna switch to the
you
Raiders?
really got me with that last.
Raiders
6 games.
-1.
Yeah, we'll
lock
go with
it
that.
in.
That's a lock.
okay, beautiful.
All right.
And the last game of this week's slate is going to be the Dolphins versus the Saints. The Dolphins are -1.5, and the over/under is 37.5.
This is a tricky one, hey?
This is a tricky one. The Saints, both their quarterbacks have COVID-19, Omicron. So they're going in with, what's the guy's name?
Ian Book.
Ian Book,
and
rookie.
he's all-time winningest quarterback.
Never
Yeah.
heard of him.
Respect.
Rookie. So,
All-time
and the
winningest
Dolphins have a
quarterback.
pretty sound defense,
Okay.
right? Now, the only issue with the Dolphins, I think, is that they've been on this winning streak, but who have they really beat?
The Buccaneers.
The
They did not beat the
They did not
Buccaneers.
beat-
Oh, the Dolphins. Sorry, I thought you said
They-
the Saints. I'm
They-
sorry. I'm thinking about the Saints. No, the Dolphins are pretenders. The
Because
Dolphins are not the real deal.
They played shit teams.
Yeah.
They
They've won
played-
their last 6, I believe.
I hate the
6
Dolphins.
Or 7.
They played the Jets, Giants, Panthers, Jets again, and the Ravens. and the
It's a disgusting
Texans.
lineup of teams.
Except
So
the
like
Dolphins, right?
that's pretty terrible. Like the Dolphins, like yeah, they've been winning games, but like who are they playing?
And all that means is, first of all, you keep winning these games, you're bound to lose one.
They're gonna lose.
You're gonna lose.
But this, yeah, and I think it's at the Saints Dome too.
They're playing in
Yeah,
Mercedes.
yeah, they're playing in Mercedes-Benz. So I'm gonna put my money on the Saints.
I'm with you on that. I like the Saints -1.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily like offensively. I don't know. I think this could be a low-scoring game. I know you were talking about you like the under, Iceman.
I brought it up, yeah.
But I think I can't see the Dolphins sneaking away with another one.
It's tough. I do have give a lot of credit to that Saints staff. Like they seem to always do well no matter who's in at quarterback. Like that 1 year Drew Brees was out and they went between Teddy B and
Sean
Taysom
Payton.
Hill. I think
Sean Payton's an elite coach.
Yeah.
Elite.
I think they went 7-0 that year with those two at quarterback when Drew Brees was out. So they've managed to do well when people are in, and they have Kamara back now, and realistically, he's their whole offense.
Yeah, it is.
So it's interesting. It's really tough. I love Ian Book. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I love that guy to death. I don't know what we're gonna get
But
out of
I
this
feel
league.
like no.
And I love Brian Flores as a defensive coordinator for the Dolphins. Well, he's the head coach, but he also runs their defense.
Now this year in like specific, I think I've seen like these backup quarterbacks coming in or these guys that nobody's seen, and their first couple games that they play, maybe like just like their first
Catch
game,
them off guard,
they
eh?
kind of catch them off guard. Like, do you remember Mike White? Like throwback to like week.
Oh,
What
yeah,
was that?
Mike
Six?
White.
Oh my god, did I ever
Whoa.
fucking love Mike White?
Yeah. So like, I think that like the fresh look. I know he's a rookie, but it's a fresh look at a QB, and a couple of times this year, like it's been throwing teams off guard.
Yeah, what are they watching? Are they watching Notre Dame film right now?
I don't know. Like,
Who knows?
how do you plan for it?
How do you plan for it, right? And
He's
Sean
a
Payton,
deceiving player.
Sean Payton's tricky. He'll dial some random shit up. Sean
does.
Payton's just
He's
one
good.
of those
He's
guys.
good. He's good.
I'm telling you right now, he's not going to be like push Aaron the ball out down the field. He's going to scramble.
No.
Expect him to try to take off for a few. He loves to do it.
Is he a quick guy?
But yeah, he's pretty quick.
Expect
He's
you're bringing up
deceiving when you look
Kamara
at him.
and that offense being a big part of it.
Mhm.
Some dump offs are coming.
100%,
Some little.
100%. Well, the
some
Saints
little-
are used to those. They've been doing that for
The
5
more we
years.
That's
talk
true.
about it, the more I'm like, I might move this line to like 3.
Oh,
Like
you might go to
I
minus
think
two. You want the
they're
better
I
odds,
think they're
eh?
really gonna win.
I love the Saints.
Expect
in
the
this
Dolphins
scenario.
to bring heat, though. Like,
Yep.
think back to that Ravens game.
Yeah.
Cover zero.
How much did they
Okay,
run
we
that?
just
How much
did
they
not adjust to it until like literally the last drive of the game.
Okay, well,
I don't know if that's
a
on
big part of
Lamar or if
football.
that's on. I like Greg Roman. You know, good system. I think his system's awesome. Don't know if he's the best play caller in the business.
I'm a big Greg Roman fan.
I like his. I think we wouldn't. I think we need him, which is kind of annoying because Lamar.
needs him.
Yeah,
Lamar needs.
like we
Greg
wouldn't be
Roman.
able to do it without him.
For anyone
but-
that doesn't know, Greg Roman is literally like arguably the best running back,
Like
running
run game, yeah.
quarterback coach there is.
I agree. I
Like
agree.
he took on Kaepernick when they went to the Super Bowl that year.
RG3 right?
But
think
our
he
it's,
was there,
ours
yeah.
is like that's why we hired him. But our system's like so much more so built around like just there's so much like misdirection, so many like different pulling like clever guy. I think
Very
play
clever.
design wise, but
Yeah,
I don't know if he's a great play caller, and especially in situations like that, like you got to adjust to. It was literally just cover zero.
Yeah, exactly.
entire- the
But it's
entire
also,
time.
Yeah, and just betting our guys could cover your guys, and they were just sending heat. So honestly, that's something with this backup. With the, what is
Third
four,
string?
third or fourth?
Yeah.
well, no, because Winston
Fourth.
was out too. It's
Holy
fourth
shit,
string
fourth
quarterback,
string
man.
quarterback.
Yeah,
There's
but
a
you
fourth
think
string, I expect them to bring heat all game.
yeah,
I
but
think it's
I
gonna be
imagine
low
Sean
scoring,
Payton
though.
adjusts to that. Like I think he's definitely got a plan.
But Sean Payton's back though. I just want to clarify that because he wasn't there.
Because he was.
last week,
I'm
right?
sure he's back this week.
Okay.
But regardless, like even if he's not in the building, I'm sure he's been involved with practice and whatnot.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm confident that he's got something dialed up here.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to the 3-team lock parlay. Everybody's favorite segment besides Q&A.
Besides Q&A.
This is
Pretty
where
excited
we
for
make
Q&A.
real money. This is the real money. This is the real money.
This is where people tend to make or break their bank accounts. Usually make if you're following us.
Yeah, if you follow us, I think you're making upwards of 75%.
75%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that might be correct.
Yeah.
I have to look back. If you go through all our weekend reviews, we do always post our winners and our losers. It's easy to post the losers because there's so few of them.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
other than this past week, which is unfortunate. So 3-team lock parlay. You want me to take this one away?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Tough week. Some horrifying injuries, but we're taking the Bucks money line.
I like that one.
I think I'm not taking the spread for my lock parlays. I like to go all money lines. Odds aren't going to be as great, but you know what? It's a parlay. We're here to make money at the end of the day. Secondly, you can't tell me that the Browns are going to beat the Packers. I'm going with the Packers money line.
Yeah.
Again, staying away from that spread. Packers probably played the toughest game they're going to play this past week.
Sure, man. It's a backup quarterback for the Ravens.
Yeah, it came down to a 2-point conversion. And thirdly, I know we talked kind of extensively on this one. I'm taking the Raiders money line. I'm taking Derek Carr. I think they're taking down those Broncos. I know we already said enough about that, but that is the Bucks, the Packers, and the Raiders all money lines for me.
Like it. I like it.
What do you guys got?
For me, I got the Bucks versus the Panthers money line.
Oh, yeah.
I like that too. Panthers are just awful. I think I heard something where the Panthers head coach said that Cam Newton is gonna play, but Sam Darnold also might come in and take some reps. So how do you're game planning for 2 quarterbacks to play in the same game, and they're not similar quarterbacks either? I think that's silly. Anyways, Chargers.
Cam Newton is kind of spooky in the red zone sometimes.
Dude,
so I'll say.
okay, I was
He'll
I had
come,
this
yeah.
I was thinking about that last week. What if you just had Cam Newton come in as like your red zone QB?
That's
Dude,
the
anything
plan.
from the 20 in.
Yeah, like I swear to God,
I
because
would go as far as just like 5 and in.
yes,
I was
yes.
gonna say 10, but yeah.
Because like
5.
the way he run, he's
a big
always
boy.
getting in, man.
He's a big boy.
If you just had him for that one section,
Well,
like,
yeah,
you
they-
know what?
especially the first week they brought him back,
Yeah.
they did do that
Yeah.
against the Cards.
One thing you can't take away from Cam, you can talk all about accuracy and maybe his mentals.
Yeah, I could
Guy's
go off a
got
lot
heart.
about that
Guy's
stuff.
got heart. He'll fight for an extra however many yards, especially when he's carrying the rock more
it's
so than
crazy
probably
that
any
he's a
other.
quarterback, but he still can't. Like your job is to throw the ball, and he can't do
Yeah,
it.
he
You get
literally has the
paid,
worst
and like
fundamental
all you,
techniques I've
He
ever
gets
seen.
paid more than we do to make this podcast.
It's crazy.
And
It's
he
crazy.
can't make a pass.
Yeah.
But we can make a podcast.
Yeah.
Let's
and picks.
and picks.
Crazy. I would do his job for free, and I do this for free.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like that says
There
it
you
all.
go.
It's unbelievable.
So you have
So
the Bucks.
my next game was the Chargers versus Texans. Chargers, like whatever, Texans. Safe. And my third this is the one that's going to boost up my parlay. Ravens money line versus the Bengals. Ravens are 5-1 in the last 6 games against the Bengals. So another little
They
brother
snuck
situation.
one from us, right?
Yeah, they snuck one away. I don't like it.
That's enough. That's too much, though.
I think the Ravens really got this game.
I don't care who's playing. If it's Lamar Jackson, Tyler Huntley, somebody off the street.
Cam Newton.
Okay, if it was Cam Newton, that'd be a different situation. I agree with that.
All right.
I like the Ravens there.
Those are my 3 picks.
What do you got,
Go for it.
Iceman?
You guys pretty much hit on the locks. I think these locks are pretty sound. Packers money line.
Yeah.
The Browns aren't beating them. Especially,
No
I don't know what's happened there. Is Nick Mullins still Q?
I think
Going into
Baker's
this
back.
week? Baker is back this week.
he had Omicron.
We've already talked about him today, so I don't think it changes too much. Chargers, I think 100% just straight up win. And then this wasn't my lock, but just once you start God Talk, you guys convinced me. I want to switch over Raiders as one of my locks.
Yeah.
You guys convinced me.
Let's go, Iceman.
I know. I want that.
Yeah, I think the Raiders got that game pretty soundly. Okay, underdog pick.
Oh, yeah.
Coog?
I'm starting off here. We've all kind of hit the nail on the head with this one. Ravens +3. Need I say more?
No, that's good.
I think that speaks for itself. Ravens, tight one off the Packers, heartbreak. And you know what, man? Even if it does come down to a point, like the Ravens are going to keep this close.
Yeah.
This is what we said last week on the pod. I remember we were talking, and I'm just like, you know what? Even if they beat us, they're not blowing us out.
Yeah.
The only teams that blow us out are sneaky surprises.
Yeah.
This isn't a sneaky surprise. They already surprised us. I think the Ravens are going to come in. They're at least going to keep it close, but I think they're going to win. But I'm taking the +3.
I like it. For my underdog pick, I took the Colts versus the Cardinals. The Colts are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 road games against a team with a winning record.
Oh, I like
So
that.
they play well on the road. I think that the Cards, maybe they got a little exposed last week.
Yeah.
Like they got exposed from this shield that they were the top of the division. They're a good team. Maybe they're not as strong as we think.
I think they
A
have.
little
Well,
bit of
we even called that on when they played the Rams. Remember that?
Yeah, we
That
did.
Monday night?
We did.
We knew.
And
We
we
knew.
also sniffed out that little rat line they gave us last week when it was the Colts versus the Patriots, and the
Oh,
Colts
yeah.
were favored, and we're like, "What? Patriots were looking good. What's going on?" Smelt
smelled
that.
it.
We smelt that. So we hit the Colts +2 last week, and we're gonna do it again against the Cards this week.
There's one thing that Vegas can't get past us, and it's a rat line. Because we've learned from our mistakes. Don't ever come up with another rat line again.
Well done. Yeah, so looking at my underdogs, there was 2 things I was kind of looking back and forth right now. One thing I kind of want to talk about, these Lions. What a win last week against those Cards.
Oh,
I
the
kinda
Lions,
talked
yeah.
About that slump. So it's crazy because I had so much doubt against Dan Campbell. I was like, oh, this just seems like the typical Detroit coach they've got in years past, like the Matt Mullins types, like these old school guys that played in the league kind of thing. They're just grimy but don't know football that well. But it seems like the energy he brings to that environment. If you
It's
see
contagious,
all the,
eh?
if you see
Yeah.
all
See
the
those
locker room
locker room-
videos,
yeah.
they love the guy. His interviews, everything, they're really falling behind him. And now coming off that win, because they lost a lot of close games this year. So I know you guys don't have a lot of good experience with the Lions, but that just makes me want to pick them more.
Do you think any of this is attributed to kind of the emergence of St. Brown?
I hate that guy.
You hate? Okay.
I hate that.
Okay. Is he the one that went to ND?
No, his brother did, and then he committed to Notre Dame, then decommitted and went to USC.
Oh,
so I
okay.
remember that. Okay. I'm Ron.
okay.
If you're listening, I remember.
Okay.
I remember that. You bastard. so right now I do have a good feeling. I want to take the Lions plus 5.5 against the Falcons. But another one I'm kind of interested in. I know it's ballsy. I want to take that.
I like that pick.
Yeah, you know what? That's bold.
But another thing I just kind of want to talk about, that Seahawks-Bears game.
Yeah.
I want to go with the under there. I'm really feeling it.
Okay.
Seahawks in their last 28 games, they're 20-8 in for the under. And if you look at the games where they have been in their higher scoring, San Fran, we said it before, they had that special teams touchdown, right? Homer got that fake punt and he took it all the way to house. The Bears, they're not putting up a lot of points. The points they did put was against the Packers. Boom, another special teams touchdown. So realistically, right now, both offenses are in a slump, and I think Seattle's defense is playing well. I don't think the offense is going to generate much for each game, and the games they did, it was all special teams. So
why do you think that is with Seattle?
Why they're not hitting right now?
Offensively. Because I remember the first week that they kind of came out of that they got in that slump when I think Russell just came back.
It was his thumb.
I know.
Pussy ass thumb injury.
It's ridiculous.
Yo, Mav was pissed about that. I said don't put it on Russell. I was blaming it on the lack of the run game. Because he was there, I think they combined for, what was it again? It was like 34 rush yards.
The problem is Alex Collins. They're putting Alex Collins as their number one guy.
They don't have guys.
Sean Penny, Homer,
DJ
Dallas.
I was saying that, but is it now Russ? Like what's going on?
He has not played well since he's been back, to be honest. Like he hasn't played to the level that Russ has played at. Like last night, what he put up, like 130, 140 passing yards. I think it was something ridiculous like that, right? So he doesn't look where he is. I don't know if he's there was talks before the season. I don't know if he's happy where he's at. Maybe we see something. There was a lot of talk about him going to the Saints in the offseason.
You think he'd leave, hey?
There was talks about
it. Actually, I remember. Know. Yeah. He
that always blows my mind because like before, I mean, I guess it happened a couple times, but like the only time like a huge QB like that is just completely switched up, and I'm not gonna count Tom because that was like a different situation. Like Peyton leaving because of like the whole draft thing, his injury, whatever. But like these huge franchise like MVP caliber guys like that, you never like see that.
But that's why it's just like this league now. It's like they see what the NBA is doing, and they kind of want more freedom to kind of like act like in their way.
And they should.
Like,
I think they should.
Yeah, at some point, like if like to go off their rights and what they're entitled to, like they're putting all that work in. Like to have that freedom. Is it good for the league? I don't know. To have guys switch up like that. I don't know. It's interesting though. It's interesting though.
The NBA, the players, that's definitely the league where the players have the most.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But
it's also
too far.
You have what like
ridiculous.
Like is it like you have 5 players on the court? Like like that's in comparison to like football is so much more of a team. It's a team sport. Like I'm not saying and like basketball
but like
isn't. But in basketball like one superstar. Like LeBron James can take you to a final with like a couple role players. Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's just all these guys are buddies. They're just like, hey, let's go join up this one.
Yeah.
So it'd be a scary thought to see the NFL go that way. But their salary cap is also ridiculous. It's non-existent.
It's stupid.
It's non-existent.
Some would say Tom Brady's one of the best recruiters in the league, but that's a story for another day.
That's for a different day.
Little bonus for you on your Browns or on your Bears pick. Justin Fields got a questionable for this week.
Oh.
So it could be the Red Rocket coming in. Even better for the under, I think.
The Red Rocket has not taken flight for a while.
No, he has not.
No.
Never liked that guy.
Lock of the year, Mar. Give it to us.
Lock of the year. Okay, so I've actually bounced between 2 picks that I can't decide on.
Okay.
Both the spread. Either the Packers -7.5. Something in me says they could beat these Browns to a pulp. Or I was thinking the Chargers -10.5. -10.5 kind of scares me. I just think it's so big, and the Chargers at times like have looked. I don't really have a good gauge of what the Chargers are right now.
No, Chargers piss me off.
They've hit some crazy heights, but then they're also like they've just had like the most lowest valleys.
Yeah,
and I don't know what to think of that.
They're still in that wild card though, so they really got to fight to win it.
Yeah, I think the Chargers are soft. I just think that they're soft.
You know what?
Like, they don't... Like, whenever I see the chart... Like, I don't know if it's their uniforms or, like, what it is, but it just seems like they don't, like, got the grit.
I kind of get that feeling.
Yeah.
It's also kind of their style of play, like, throughout, like, their time there. They've been, like, all their linebackers, there's these athletic guys, smaller-looking guys. They're not these Dante Hightower, fill-a-gap type players, and they play with, like, a lot of nickel. They play a lot of dime. They play with a lot of DBs out there. Well, so they don't have that enticing, like, come-at-you kind of play,
even,
right?
like, when they were playing with, like, Phillip Rivers and stuff, like, did he ever win like a close game? I don't. Like, I swear to
definitely Phillip Rivers has grit though.
But like, is that them?
Phillip
like,
Rivers got some grit.
But like, every time it came down to the last drive of the game, the Chargers blow it. Even last week when they played the Chiefs, couldn't finish.
But you gotta.
The
I was gonna say also, like, to be fair, like, to play devil's advocate, like, the Chiefs are, like, they're on the come up now.
I
like,
understand that, but
like,
I just don't.
Again.
I don't think that they can win.
But those like they had those 2 4th downs on the goal line. And you don't convert there, and if you kick the field goals, then you win the game. Like
that kind of was aggravating.
Yeah,
I know that's their style, and I kind of like that style.
I respect it,
but it's just like, oh man.
Yeah, in hindsight, it's like
so.
Fuck.
As we've had this conversation, that's convinced me even more that I'm not going to choose the Chargers minus 10.5.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going with the Packers minus 7.5. Lock it in. Lock of the year. Lock of the century. Not of the millennium, but of the century.
I'm still thinking about it because the ones I was going between was that and Bucks minus 10. Just with the Bucks right now, so just looking at like kind of injury reports. So Chris Godwin's out for the season. Leonard Fournette's out for the rest of the regular season. Mike Evans hasn't practiced yet.
Yeah.
And Antonio Brown didn't practice the first half practice. And they're also talking about Levante David right now. He had a foot injury. So at first that was my lock at minus 10. So I think I'm just kind of playing it safe. I know we just talked all that about the Chargers.
Yeah.
But I think against the Texans, I'm still gonna like hope. If they screw me, then fuck. Then it's just the Chargers.
Yeah.
Like that's just how they are.
What do you think of
on paper? That I feel like that should be the pick.
Fine.
Does that Bucks defense, has their secondary seemed a little bit shaky to you?
Well, they've had the guys are starting to come back, right? Because
so you think it's just
Carlton Davis got hurt, Murphy Bunting got hurt. Did Jamel Dean get hurt? I can't remember. They had their safeties hurt. Edwards was out, so they've been mixing and matching guys. Because realistically, like if none of those guys got hurt, I think they could play their true identity. What's bothered me about them this season is how much zone they're playing. Like I think they last year they were a great like man-to-man team. Like I think Carlton Davis is a great man-to-man corner. I think Jamel Dean does some really good stuff. And then you have fucking Devin White, who's arguably the best blitzing linebacker in the league.
So do you think it's because of injuries they've gotten away from that?
Yeah, I definitely noticed them playing a lot more zone this season. And it's just so soft when you have guys like that who are just all attacking downhill players. I just don't think it plays into your identity. So I think that kind of plays a role. If they're all healthy come playoff times and they can kind of play into that scheme, then I think it's a different defense like we saw last year's playoffs.
So yeah, because that was, I mean, obviously their offense, they have a lot of playmakers in there, but their defense, like last year, even early, like they're that's on paper that's a scary team.
Yeah.
What do you got, Mav?
My lock of the year is going to be Seahawks minus 6.5 versus the Bears. Bears are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games. Bears are not a good football team by any means.
That's fair.
Their offense is dreadful to watch.
Get Matt Nagy the fuck.
Yeah. He just looks like such a goof, man.
Oh, that guy looks like...
With his stupid visor and his bald head. Oh, God, he just irritates me.
Doesn't that guy have a Coach of the Year?
He did 2017 when they had the double doink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable how some of those guys get it.
But if you watch any Bears game now, I swear half the commentators' conversation is like, yeah, it's going to be an interesting offseason for Matt Nagy. Yeah, you want to talk about guys on the hot seat? Here's Matt Nagy.
Well, if you watch the Bears, there's not a lot to talk about.
That's also true.
The one guy that fires me up on the Bears, Akeem Hicks.
Yeah.
He is a scary dude, man.
He's a large guy, doesn't look super athletic, but he moves,
He's a baller. He used to play for the Pats.
After he got the sack, a couple sacks or like run stops against the Vikings, he's like dancing around, and you could see his belly flying in his jersey, and I'm like, that's the guy?
Do you know he went to the University of Regina?
I found that out today.
I learned that for the first time watching.
I knew it because he used to play for the Patriots, and we got him. I was like, University of Regina, holy shit, this is awesome.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
he's a Canadian?
No, he's not Canadian, I don't think. I think I can't remember the story, but I'm pretty sure he was trying to make it at some college or JUCO down in the States, and then he found his way to University of Regina, and he's just like, holy fuck, it's cold here.
Yeah.
I remember that being a big part of the story I watched. But, and then he got drafted. Pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
That is awesome.
Very impressive.
Okay.
I believe it's time to, are we thinking, do we want to review the Pro Bowl? Do we want to reveal the Pro Bowl to us?
Yeah, I mean, none of us have taken a look at the Pro Bowl yet. Hey?
Yeah,
we have not taken a look.
I can't wait to get
Pro Bowl.
mad about it.
We've all got some names down that we think should make it.
I am excited to see Iceman's reaction here.
This is a big thing for me.
Like when
because just how do every year you get it wrong?
I don't like see earlier before the show started. We were talking about you picked out every player you think should be in the Pro Bowl.
Before I even came on the pod.
Yeah. Like this is like on his own time.
Yeah, I do this a lot.
And you even did like offensive linemen. So like, you're watching the PFF on the offensive linemen?
I watch a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of guys. Trench Warfare, Brandon Thorne runs that. He talks about offensive linemen all the time.
Okay,
I kind of
okay.
know like their blocking stats a little bit.
Big football guy.
Yeah, I
big
like to think
football
so.
guy.
Yeah, big football guy.
I love the trenches. I love the trenches.
Yeah, well, that's where you win and lose games, right?
Do we? How are we doing it?
I was gonna say before we look, should we maybe by position, like just for like the more flashy positions, like quarterback, for example? Let's name the 3 guys we got for each thing, and then maybe a little reveal. Let's go. You guys want to start AFC or NFC?
AFC's fine.
All right, let's do AFC. I got Josh Allen, Derek Carr, and Justin Herbert.
You put Derek Carr in there?
I put Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. I think you're missing somebody more.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm missing anybody.
I think Patrick Mahomes, if you're watching.
Oh shit! Yes. Sorry.
You better cross off Derek Carr.
Oh no! I put Justin on purpose. I'm pretty sure. I remember this.
He was
now.
gonna take off. You were gonna take off Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Why?
You don't think
do
Josh
that?
Allen and Derek Carr deserve it?
I don't think Derek Carr deserves it. No, I think he's
it.
like what's his stat? 19 to 13 court touchdown interception
I'm pretty
ratio.
sure he's like first or second, or he's like top 3 in passing yards.
That's what. So
Yes, he
look
is.
at actual passer rating though. All these guys, Josh Allen, Patrick. I got Patrick Mahomes. 100%, Justin Herbert 100%, and then Josh Allen.
He's only behind Tom Brady.
You're
in passing
only looking
yards.
at passing yards.
Yeah.
Like why?
Because I fucking love Derek Carr. Derek Carr deserves
19 and 11
this.
touchdown interception.
Oh, we're gonna look
ratio.
at the
He has under
ratio.
100
It's
QB
always about
rating.
the ratio.
That's a great. Yeah, it's.
Well, you're looking at the other ratios.
Well, I
Look
like
at Justin
Derek Carr.
Herbert comparing 32 to 12.
No,
he's only
Well, I was
how many
trying to
yards
argue
off?
between Justin and Patty, and I thought Patty he had a better
There's
ratio
no
than
way.
Patty.
There's no way, man.
But-
You're insane.
Anyways, those are my 3.
Yeah,
Sure.
I was actually the tough one for me was between Josh Allen and Joe Burrow.
You're gonna put Joe Burrow in there?
100%. He has
Fuck that guy.
He has over 100 passer rating.
I don't care. Why would you put Joe Burrow?
I love Joe Burrow.
I
absolutely
don't
love
like
He's
Joe
having a
Burrow.
great year. He's
He's
having a better year than Derek Carr. Derek Carr is not.
Yeah,
Derek Carr is not.
Derek
I like
Carr
Derek Carr.
deserves a Pro Bowl
No, he
nod.
does
I
not.
never
No,
even
he
deserves a
thought.
Pro
He
Bowl
never
nod.
crossed
No,
my
that
mind.
did not cross my.
I-
That's
that was
actually
like-
that's actually.
honestly,
I
when
just
I
told
was
you
thinking
19 to
AFC,
13 touchdown interception ratio.
I like Derek Carr better.
Okay, so
I think he deserves.
can we just
Pro Bowl
discuss
nod.
what we're doing? Are we doing guys that deserve it, or just guys we like?
Put down.
Can we
your
just figure that
3
out?
guys you think should go to the Pro Bowl.
I'm putting the 3 guys I think that are deserving.
All right. Well, these are my
Okay,
3 guys.
you keep picking your favorite players.
I'm not just gonna pick favorite players.
Okay,
That's crazy.
Okay.
NFC.
Well, what were your 3?
Oh,
We'll reveal 'em.
sorry.
I had Herbert, Mahomes, and Allen.
Herbert, Mahomes, and Allen.
Thank you.
No,
I think
guys
that's just
putting Derek
safe.
Carr.
I think
That's
that was-
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
just the safe.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
Do you guys want to see
That-
what they are?
You want to put NFC first,
Did
or
you
they
put
show
yours?
it all at once?
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
just-
mine was Pat.
Oh, yeah,
Herbert,
yeah.
Allen, same
All
as
right.
you.
Okay.
So for the AFC, the quarterbacks are. Oh shit. Okay.
No, why?
So Patrick Mahomes,
No.
Justin Herbert,
No. This is why I hate the Pro Bowl.
Action Jackson.
Why?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
What?
Wow.
Why?
I
You
didn't
can't-
even put him. I didn't think
That's
that was
stupid.
gonna happen.
No,
That's crazy. This is a popularity
This is why I hate
contest.
the Pro Bowl. This is all on names. This is
Uh-oh.
all based on names. What we
But
got
if we're
here.
talking about
Titans
names.
just scored. Oh,
Oh,
flag on the play.
Yeah.
Is that who is that? It better be Deontay Foreman.
I think that was Deontay Foreman.
I'd be okay with it being Deontay Foreman.
Here we go. Yeah, while that's happening, I just want to talk. This is one of my main problems with the Pro Bowl. Guys getting in just based off names.
Dude,
Well, it's a
Lamar
popularity
Jackson.
contest
He has
at the end of the day.
16. He has 16 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, and 3 lost fumbles. So he has 16 turnovers, 16 touchdowns.
This is off the top of your head.
Yeah, I do this.
That's crazy.
I'm not
You're-
gonna argue
that is
against
not a
it.
Pro Bowl player.
I'm not gonna.
That
I'm
is
not even
a
gonna
Pro
talk.
Bowl
I'm just
player.
gonna be happy he's in. I'm not gonna argue against it.
Deontay Foreman is not.
I'm
in
fine
that.
with
That's
it.
out of bounds. That's
I'm
okay.
fine with it.
I'm not fine. With
Should
it.
we go into the NFC quarterbacks?
Yes, we should.
Yeah.
All right. I have the Tom Brady, the Matthew Stafford, and the Aaron Rodgers.
I agree.
I have the same.
I agree.
You guys got them
I
too?
think
I
that's
think
pretty,
it's pretty
easy.
easy.
I think
Okay.
that's exactly what it should
Do you
be.
think that's what's gonna end up being?
I
Ready?
can't imagine.
So first, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair to say.
Fair.
Second, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Fair
Okay.
to say. Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
But
If
more
this
so.
was
than-
early in the
but
season,
you're
he
telling me
got hurt.
Matthew Stafford's not in it then?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. You guys don't
Yeah,
think that's
no,
nuts?
I think that's nuts. No, he should be in it.
That is
should be in it.
wild.
That is nuts.
I forgot about.
I think he has like 36 touchdowns. This year. He
just
played
feel like he wasn't
in
deserving
the beginning of the
these guys.
season. He was an MVP candidate.
Yeah, but then he fell
got
off.
hurt. Yeah, well, he got hurt, or was it?
But even once he's
he
come
just
back,
didn't
yeah,
play.
I don't know actually.
No, I don't think.
I think it's just
I think
more so than him being in there. I think it's more wild that Matthew Stafford isn't in there.
Oh, the run got called back. Never mind.
There you go.
Running backs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, running backs. Sure.
Let's go AFC first.
I'm gonna get some heat for these ones. 100%.
AFC.
The NFC, I'll get some heat for. Sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go. Let's do AFC first. I got King Henry, still top 5 in rushing yards. Hasn't played in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
He still got more carries than most of those guys.
I agree, but at the end of the day, he got the rushing yards. Mm-hmm. He got them. He's deserving.
You can make an argument.
That's probably the most freakish athlete in the league right now. I can't help but say he's deserving of it. Second young guy, Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. Guy's kind of had a...
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer.
He went off this year, okay? He's gone off.
That's arguably the MVP.
Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, and I don't know if this is just... I actually didn't even look at his stats. This might just be me being a fan, but I put Nick Chubb. I really like Nick Chubb.
That's the... Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay. You kind of make an argument. I feel like your direction was different than me. Like, you... Like those were all, like, just straight running backs, like, have really produced in the run game. Yeah. I kind of went for, like, who I thought of just... excelled in total yards in both aspects of the game. The way this league's going. So I went Jonathan Taylor, we already said, is arguably he's going to be an MVP race this year. Joe Mixon.
I like Joe Mixon a lot.
So
I think he's really good. Like he's so.
Oh, he's great.
He's really good. Joe
Mixon is
good. This was finally the year he really popped off. So he's top 5 in all-purpose yards. So, Taylor's first in all-purpose yards. Joe Mixon is somewhere in the top 5, and then my last one's Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
So he had 10 touchdowns at least, and he's second in all-purpose yards.
Yeah, he's been having a great year.
I think those guys definitely deserve
That's respect. The AFC has a ton of good backs.
Oh,
that's
so
the
good.
AFC's
the AFC backs 100% are better.
Okay.
100%.
So for mine, I made a little boo-boo.
Okay.
We're kind of getting rushed here. So I picked 5 AFC running backs. I completely forgot. For some reason, I put Jonathan Taylor as an NFC quarterback or running back. He's not.
No, he's not.
No. Yeah. No, Jonathan Taylor. I'll just name all 5. How about that?
Okay. All right.
I picked Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, Najee Harris, and Javonte. Now I only put Javonte in there because I was like,
he's so sick.
I like him, but that,
because look, I was picking these guys and I'm like, man, there's nobody in the AFC. So I'm gonna take Javonte out. He is sick, but maybe next year he'll make it.
Yeah.
So now you just have 4 AFC guys.
Yeah. But like, how come Najee's not in there?
I think the other guys are just better.
I think the other guys.
And if you want to talk about a guy who gets fucking carries, if we're talking about carries, Najee Harris has like 30 carries. Like he touches the ball 30 times a game.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay, you want to reveal him?
Yeah, that's it.
JT, saw that one coming.
Easy.
My boy Nick Chubb.
I love Nick Chubb.
And Joe Mixon. Okay. He's deserving. I'm not
nice.
Those are the 2 guys. Jonathan Taylor and Joe Mixon were my first.
I just think Derrick Henry probably should have. I don't know.
It's tough when you haven't played in a while.
It's just unfortunate. NFC?
Yeah.
I'm going to get some heat on these ones. 100%.
There was only one guy from the NFC I was like 100%.
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook was the only guy I was 100% on. And then the other guys, I'm just kind of throwing these names out. I put some question marks next to both of them. I said Antonio Gibson and Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay.
That was...
Now here's my thing. So one thing I kind of want, like, this is just critique for all pro and Pro Bowl in general. I hate how they try to fit players into a box. Like how last year Jamal Adams got Pro Bowl for safety, but this guy's they're going off his sack stats. Mm-hmm. Like he fits in the hybrid role. Why aren't there positions within the Pro Bowl to fit these like flex positions? Okay. Like athlete positions to fix these molds. Because then, so Dalvin Cook's already one of mine. That's easy. But then with this other guy, Cordell Patterson. Yeah. Look at what he was able to accomplish this year.
I feel like he's taken like at least 80% of his snaps from the backfield.
But he lines up at wide out too. And he was a receiver before this year. Like he's been a receiver his whole career, and now he's converted. But he's a guy like him and the Deebo Samuels. Like I put them into these athlete roles. Like make a position for them in these Pro Bowl and things. Because that's the way this league's going now, and I think you're going to see more and more players playing multiple positions. Then for my last pick, I think this is a sleeper not many people think about. Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is top 10 in rushing yards, and right now he is number 1 in receptions for running backs.
Really?
Yes.
And that's just because Tom likes dumping it off too, though.
Yeah, but
he's
He like completely fell off on the Jags.
Yeah.
Came to Tampa, had a good playoff
Way
run,
better
and now he's
situation,
like
though, right?
actually
He's
Because they got
he's
rid
the
of-
unsung hero for Tampa Bay. He's top 5 in all-purpose yards. He's up there for all the receiving stats for running backs, and he has 8 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving, and yeah, I think he's 10th in rushing yards right now. He's like just over 800. So I think when you put that all together, the NFC running backs, we kind of already said, they're not as strong as the AFC at all.
Yep.
But yeah, no,
I'd
if
be
somebody was to
fine
get a
with those.
nod, I'd give him that. And I don't think a lot of people will have him. I don't think he'll be on there, but that's what I would go.
Okay.
So since last time I took 5 AFC running backs and only 1 NFC running back, I have Dalvin Cook.
Nice.
So we all agree Dalvin Cook.
Okay.
And that's it. And that's,
Okay.
that's all I got.
Well, let's see what it became. The answers were Dalvin Cook. Okay. James Conner. I mean, he has the most touchdowns. I'm pretty sure.
Was it 14?
I think he has the most
17?
like any form of touchdown, like touchdowns in general scored of like any player in the league.
I think he's second. Shouldn't it be Jonathan Taylor?
I don't know. I think it might be James Conner.
Yeah, I get that.
And then third, I mean, I don't know what his numbers were this year, but this kind of seems like a popularity type thing. It was Alvin Kamara.
Oh, that's
no.
bullshit. How many games he played? 9 or 10?
I don't know. I
think he
don't know
played
the
9 or
stats
10
on that,
games.
but that just kind of made me.
No, that what I say earlier.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go off name.
Yeah.
Biggest
That's
snub
why
so
this-
far, though. I think you gotta have probably Matt Stafford. That's got to be. I think that's ridiculous.
I think Matt Stafford. should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
on
You guys have any other huge snubs?
Yeah. So far, Matt Stafford's the biggest one for me, and well, I'm sure there'll be more I'll be mad about later.
The receivers are going to be.
I thought
interesting.
Eckler was gonna get in there, but I understand Chubb, I guess.
Okay. Well, should we go receivers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
AFC receivers.
I think
Some strong receivers both sides. NFC's probably a little stronger, but AFC, I think you have to do Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
He's just so electric. Jamar Chase deserves it.
Yeah.
I think that guy popped off.
fell off a little bit, but yeah, I have him in there.
Next two aren't as strong in my opinion, but I'm going Steph Diggs. I really like, and kind of like an unsung hero almost. I didn't even look up his numbers, but I put Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
I really like Keenan Allen.
too. Yeah, those are exactly mine. I think
Oh,
there's
really?
yeah, I think the receivers are. I think everyone's gonna agree the most on this one.
That was
I think
mine.
this is kind of the easiest to
Yeah,
pick,
that was
right?
mine too.
You guys
Yeah.
do?
Exactly.
All right, so let's see what we
Yeah.
got. We have
The NFC receivers are a lot stronger this year, though.
Tyreek Hill,
Yeah,
Stephon Diggs,
yeah,
Jamar Chase,
yeah.
Yeah.
and
We got it.
No,
Okay.
yeah, we got it.
Nice.
Good work, guys.
Yeah, I
Nice.
told
Nice.
you. No, that was definitely the easiest.
Honorable mention, I threw in Hunter Renfro, just saying.
I did as
Honorable
well.
mention?
I
Okay,
heard.
fair.
Okay, NFC receivers. I think this is probably the most obvious Pro Bowl pick of any pick, but Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, before you go, could he win MVP? Is that a thing?
I don't think he'll win MVP.
if he's on pace right now to beat Megatron's record.
But I feel like they won't give it to a receiver.
I know.
Is that crazy?
Well, it's just like with me, like being a Brady fan, but like even him and Rodgers have had like poor games this year.
I think he's the
like
most
if there's a year to
deserving
do
of
it, I think Cooper or Jonathan Taylor would be really cool.
JT would be. I think Jonathan Taylor is like 100% not going to get it, to be honest. Like Cooper Kupp has a chance just because of his insane numbers, and he's probably the most deserving. But I don't think
they
they'll give
both
it to
have a
him.
chance.
I think it's going to go to a quarterback.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, Cooper Kupp,
Yeah, easy.
easy. I think Justin Jefferson deserves
Easy.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy.
I think Devontae Adams is still a demon.
Yeah.
And I know you're talking about this in terms of having like an athlete position or a flex, but Debo's
Samuel,
fitting into
100%,
receiver, so I'm
yeah.
putting Debo there.
Yeah, so that's literally the exact same as me again.
Okay,
And
nice.
the thing I want to know, you already said it. Well, went off what I said
Yeah.
about having that athlete position. Like Debo Samuel has 7 rushing touchdowns this year, most
Yeah.
ever by a receiver. So if you put him in that athlete position, like this is what stuff like the Hall of Fame committee takes in, like how many Pro Bowls you got, how many All Pros you got. So I think like just adding these extra spots, like you're just helping guys' career to get in there.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
allocated.
now who doesn't get in? Honorable mention, Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
How does he
Yeah.
not? He's
He deserved it.
I have
think-
Chris Godwin in over Debo.
okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Because Chris Godwin, he's 5th in receiving yards right now. He has the second best catch percentage in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's top 3 in hands. Like behind D Hop, it's this guy. Other than in playoffs, he has terrible playoff hands. If you
Godwin?
watched him last year,
Yeah.
awful. But other than that, just watch him catch the ball. It's one of the most fluid things you'll ever see. So
I like it.
100% he should have been in there. I think he's up there for receptions too. He's definitely top 5.
Well, I'm not even gonna go ahead and say this because we got this one right. We hit the nail on the head with this one as well.
It was
we
Debo.
got-
There you go. Well done, people.
Yeah, we got Debo,
Okay.
Jay Jefferson,
I don't.
Devontae, and Cooper.
Yeah, Debo's sick. He's just electric.
Oh, I love him. Yeah.
I don't understand how he can run
Those
and
NFC
people like.
receivers are insane.
It makes it look like people don't want to tackle him.
He's literally a running back.
Yeah, like he just like goes like so quick and
Yeah.
hard, like people like just avoid him.
Yeah. No, I have a lot of respect for that.
Should we throw in some tight ends? I didn't write any tight ends
100%.
I
down.
had to do tight ends,
But
but yeah, let's do tight ends.
Off the top of my head, I'm AFC,
I think
Travis
they're
Kelsey and Mark Andrews.
Mark
Yeah.
Andrews,
That's an
100%.
easier one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
100%.
for NFC,
NFC was hard for me
probably. I mean, you got to go Kittle.
Kittle.
Wait, is it only two?
too.
Or,
Yeah.
Okay, Kittle, and this is probably the toughest.
Because I kind of had my thought process. There's a few guys. That
Is
was going-
Goddard or Dalton Schultz?
Oh God,
any
it would be
decent?
interesting. So Dalton Schultz, I was thinking about
He's
because
inconsistent though.
he doesn't have the targets, but he has like the best
Yards per
the
catch.
most receptions per turns in terms of how many targets he's getting.
Oh,
those
like, so
between
highest
all those
catch rate, I guess?
teams. So as where you have a guy like Kyle Pitts, Kyle
Yeah.
Pitts has the most like yards at all those NFC
I didn't even think
tight
about
ends.
Kyle Pitts. That's a good point.
But he's like the thing with those guys is just like I like them to be all around. Like I like them to be blockers. That's why I like TJ Hawkinson. So
Yeah.
if I were to go for a guy, I want to say TJ Hawkinson, but I already said fan voting. I guarantee you fucking Kyle
Yeah, it's
Pitts
gonna
is
be
gonna
Pitts if it's
Yeah,
Pitts.
probably.
gonna be in
100%.
100%.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, AFC's easy. Andrews and Kelsey. Then obviously it's what's his name, Kittle. I don't know, like that last spot, like you guys were saying, is difficult. I'm
That's
trying
kinda
to
up
think
in
of
the
it,
air.
like off the top of my head, I don't know.
I'm actually really curious to see.
Yeah,
To be honest, let's.
I
So
think
AFC, should we even look? Yeah, okay.
Easy.
Mark-
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Pat Ricard made it as a fullback.
Oh,
That's so
that's
sick.
bad.
That's deserving. Let's
Yeah.
go, Pat.
Oh, I didn't put
Let's
any
go.
fullbacks.
Who's the other fullback?
Use check.
Um,
It's got to be use check.
Yeah, probably. I feel like that's the only fullback fans to
Yeah.
know the name of.
CJ Ham.
CJ
CJ Ham,
Ham's
solid.
sick.
Oh, Duvernay as a returner, respect.
Whoa,
JT.
man, you're already cut in there.
Well, sorry.
I put
I know we were gonna
returners.
go all. Okay, sorry.
How'd I forget fullback?
yeah.
Kind of choke.
Kittle, Pitts, use check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pitts
Damn.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you. So you have like your full roster, right?
Yeah. But
So maybe for the rest, for the less flashy positions, we'll let you kind of have your say here.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. So
Let's
start
actually
going.
let's go with some pass rushers, some DNs here.
Okay, so let's just get my
Out of
segment.
well, no, you got this. Out of the AFC, what do you got?
for DNs
Yeah,
because
you get 3 of them.
Okay, first off, I'm gonna be. Why is there DNs and outside linebackers?
Just a pass rusher?
Just make an edge rush position. Because then when you get to outside linebackers, then it's just kind
They're
of
already
yeah.
taken.
yeah, or DNs, it's already depleted, right? So if I'm going off DNs for the AFC, Myles Garrett, easy. He's gonna be in Defensive Player of the Year conversation. He's just like so dominant. Like if you watch his tape, all his moves, he's winning one-on-one battles.
Yeah.
Max Crosby, he's second in pressures this year. He has to win it.
I love that guy.
Yeah, and then Trey Hendrickson, who is probably like the most least athletic person I've ever seen in my life on a football field. He's got like the. Have you seen this guy? He's got like
No.
the tight long sleeves.
Yeah,
it
dude,
just looks awesome.
he's got zero
Unless you're
swag.
Von Miller, you can't wear tight long sleeves as a DN.
When he
You
was
look
on the
awful.
when he was on the Saints,
Saints, yeah.
right? He was so irritating.
Oh, just the.
Because like you just see him get a sack and you're like, how do you let this guy pass you?
100%. But he fucking he's I think he's top 5 in sacks again. So I have to put him on there.
Well, you hit the nail on the head with that one. That's
Yeah.
actually exactly what it was.
Did
Do
you
you
not
have?
want to say your picks?
I
Oh, you didn't
to
put
be
it-
honest,
okay.
I didn't
Oh,
even
on
know
there
who
then.
Trey Hendrickson was. I just
Really?
had Max Crosby and Myles Garrett.
Okay, well those are good
That's
players.
good.
For the NFC,
NFC DNs was kind of tough, other than Nick Bosa.
yeah.
Because Nick Bosa,
Who the
100%, that's easy.
I actually just looked and I just saw a name I was not expecting.
Oh, yeah.
So who do you got? You got Nick
For
Bosa.
NFC, Nick Bosa, that's super easy. After Nick Bosa, it's just a downward slope. Like, it is so hard. So the guy that I went with is Brian Burns. He's super athletic. He's super talented out of Carolina. He's a young player. I think he's going to be really good later on in his career. So he was kind of the next guy that fit into that pass rushing mold and like who's been putting up numbers. Because like I said, for the NFC, there's so many 3-4 teams, all these outside linebackers. There's not really any NFC DNs that are putting up huge numbers. So I really only put 2 down. And then that third one, I was looking at Marcus Davenport out of the Saints. He leads the Saints in sacks right now. So I was thinking about him. But there was no one else I could really think. So I just put those 2.
Well, we got Nick Bosa, Brian Burns, like you said, and Cameron Jordan. I don't know if I have a problem with. Like, I was
I have a
surprised
problem
to see
with Cam
him,
Jordan.
but I don't know if I have a problem with that. Like, who would you put in the third spot? You just
Well, there was no one. There was no one, so you just throw a name. It just fuck. I feel like that guy every year he just gets something and
Cameron. Well, he is kind of like a bigger name, to be honest.
Yeah, but I don't know if his numbers are there.
Do we want to go with some secondary? Should we get some safeties going here?
Oh, you really want to see me get triggered?
Yeah. Okay.
The two most triggering positions for me every year are linebacker and safety because every year they fuck up safety. So we're going safety. AFC?
Let's go AFC.
Okay, AFC. The safeties in the AFC would kick the shit out of the safeties in the NFC. There's like 10 guys in the AFC that I would take. Like, they're just bars. So like I have to throw out a bunch of names because I can't even get them all in. So first, the guy that has to be on there. If he doesn't get on here this year, he's never gonna get on. If Jordan Poyer doesn't get on this year, he's legit never get on because he's balling this year. He has 5 interceptions. Right now he's the best safety in the run game. I'd say he's been the best safety in the run game.
Is he your like number 1 ranked safety
for this year? I think he would kind of have to be. I think he's first team All Pro. Do I think? No, like this season, performance-wise.
This season, performance-wise, he's your number 1 choice.
I think the best safety in the NFL right now is Justin Simmons from Denver. I think he's just like the best all-around safety, other than Derwin James. But Justin Simmons totally takes him out in terms of coverages, and he's a high guy. So I think you got to put Justin Simmons in there too. But Jordan Poyer is having the best season right now out of all the safeties. If he doesn't get in or make All-Pro this year, then he's never got a Pro Bowl. So he'll legit never get one if he doesn't get it this year. And then the guys that I want to mention, Derwin James is going to get it off name. I know that. But he's doing the most right now. Like, he's a guy that you could put in the box. He's going to cover tight ends. He's going to cover slots. He can roll high. Mm-hmm. He's the most versatile safety in the league. And I'm okay if he makes it on. Where I'd get flack is I don't know how to put him in there because you can only get 3 guys. First of all, why is it only 3 safeties? Because you get 4 corners and all this other crap. So I don't understand why I can only choose 3 safety. Because Kevin Byard deserves it too. Like, everyone's saying, oh, how is Kevin Byard? Because you can make an argument Kevin Byard's the best safety in the league right now too. He has 5 interceptions. He's balling out. He's playing really well for the Titans. But yeah, I have to put him as an honorable mention because I think Justin Simmons has been the best safety in the league the last 2 years. I think Jordan Poyer is the best this year. I think Derwin's the most versatile. The guy I'm going to put last, another honorable mention, who the most underrated player. He's been one of the most underrated player for years. Devin McCourty has the lowest passer rating against this year at all defensive players.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
He's been one of the best coverage safeties in the NFL the past 10 years. But he'll never get the credit. But there's too many AFC safeties.
So,
and I'm gonna say something right now. If Tyrann Matthew's on there, I'm gonna flip.
All right.
Go ahead.
Tyrann Matthew better not fucking be on there.
Your boy Kevin from the Titans did make it, which is nice.
He was an honorable mention. But yeah, okay.
Well, you said he deserves.
He deserves it too. He deserves it too.
Well, my laptop died, but I remember.
Why?
I remember the other 2.
Okay.
The next one. Fuck, I don't remember the other 2.
Can you look it up, Lucas?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh no, I do remember.
Okay.
So it was Kevin, and it was Derwin.
Yeah. Okay. I could kind of live with Kevin.
And then it was Tyrann. As soon as you're just like, if Jordan Poyer is not in it this year, I'm like, oh, dude's gonna be pissed.
This is why every year I get mad. But it's just so fucking ridiculous because Tyrann, like, he just makes it off name every year. He legit makes it on name.
The Honey Badger.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta love the Honey Badger.
If Jordan Poyer was called the Honey Badger, he'd have 10 Pro Bowls.
Well, maybe we should do it.
We should start a nickname.
We should start a nickname. What would you call him, guys?
The maple syrup.
No, you've already lost it.
You already lost it.
Yeah.
Was there any other characters in Top Gun?
Black Hawk.
Black Hawk.
The Black Hawk.
Yeah, the Black Hawk.
How
about that? Does that flow like
Jordan Black Hawk player?
He's the blue bullet.
The blue bullet.
Why
He's on the Titans.
All right, you know what? Well, honestly, I think that's something you should let the fans decide.
Bills.
Why don't you let like the fans like?
All right, in the comment section, get him. Let's get him a nickname here.
Justin Simmons wasn't in it either.
No. Blue bullet's the move, man. Do you guys like blue bullet? Let us know down below.
Justin Simmons is probably the best safety in football right
now. Do you have the NFC?
Yeah, I do have him.
What is it?
Oh, do you want me to say
he
mine?
can give it to him.
Okay,
oh, yeah.
So I think like I said, AFC. There's 9 AFC safeties I'd probably take before these guys. Well, not all of them, but they're AFC just superior in safeties. NFC first, I got Quandre Diggs. This is his best season so far. 100% it is. He's a hard-hitting guy. He's been very well in the passing game. Their defense is starting to figure out. I think he'll get on there for sure. Harrison Smith, who's one of my favorite. The Hitman.
That's a nickname.
That's a nickname. He's one of my favorite players of all time. He was a Notre Dame player. This guy is literally, along with Devin McCourty, probably more so Harrison, the most underrated player in the game.
No one ever talks about him.
No one ever talks about him. And
that guy
every
flies,
year,
man.
Yeah.
Every year he just does the same thing. He doesn't miss any tackles. No. He's a pass rush threat.
Yeah.
He's a tackling threat. He's a coverage threat.
He's a great blitzer.
One of the best. He hits people. He's the most all-around safety. One of the best things I've ever seen is the year you guys went to the NFC Championship game. That year, he had 5 interceptions and he had 4 missed tackles.
That's crazy. 4 missed tackles.
Yeah. And then PFF, I know like there's a lot of PFF talk. People hate it. I shit on PFF all the time. He had the highest coverage grade for any safety ever that year. Yeah.
Wow.
That was the most impressive year I've ever seen a safety.
Get this man a gold jacket.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think if more people gave him credit, he'd be a Hall of Famer.
You don't think he's gonna be a Hall of Famer?
If he just doesn't get the credit. He doesn't get the credit. We'll see how it all plans out.
I get what you're saying.
Because he doesn't have the All Pros. And then the last one, it was pretty tough. I didn't know. There's a couple different ways you could go, but I just went with Marcus Williams. They do because I like what he adds to their team because they literally say, like, we're just going to rush 4 and play zone. We're just going to drop 7 back. And he covers so much of the field. The fact they're able to play the cover 2 that effectively, I think he has a really good spot in that offense. So I would say Marcus Williams.
Okay. So
what do we have?
Quandre Diggs. Yep.
Nice.
Harrison Smith. Yep.
Deserving.
Yeah.
And the last pick was Budda Baker.
I don't know if Budda Baker deserves that.
See, that's another. That's like, remember I was talking before about Jamal Adams and that hybrid look?
Yeah.
He fits that mold really. Like, would you like? Are you gonna,
but what has he done this year? Has Budda Baker even had a good year? I don't like.
He's sound in the run game, but are you gonna put him in a box that guy's a safety? No, like I don't play him like that. He's a linebacker if anything. Yeah.
Should we? You guys want to go through the rest, or do you want to just kind of reveal the roster? You want to go? You have picks for him?
I have picks for everything.
Do you have a position you feel strongly about?
Me?
Or I was gonna say Anth because he's got his spreadsheet.
Like I feel strongly about some of the old line positions.
Okay,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
I just want to say NFC tackles they are insane this year. The tackles in the NFC are really freaking hard. And I just want to say Trent Williams.
Yeah,
I'd go as far as say he's the top 3 player in the league. Wow. Trent Williams is the best player at his position right now, including in a league that has Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I was going to bring up Aaron Donald too.
And I'm a huge Aaron Donald fan. But Trent Williams, watch him play. Like, take the time to watch his clips. It's not even funny. Like, it's literally like he's just blowing up grown men. Like, in every facet of the game. And this is the best I've ever seen him play. And he was solid in Washington. Now he's in San Fran. Last year he was good. He was the best tackle last year. Now he's even better. Like, this, I legit think he's a top 3 player in the NFL.
Wow, that's some high praise coming for you, Trent. 100%. If you're watching this, just know there's a lot of love over here for you, man.
I'm a big fan.
Okay, who's your punter from the AFC?
Punter for AFC, I'm pretty sure it's AJ Lee.
AJ Lee?
AJ Cole.
Okay, AJ Cole, you got it.
I got it.
Who's your long snapper?
I don't have a long snapper.
What?
I would have gone Joe Cordova though.
It's the best snapper. It's the guy from
I would have gone Joe Cordova.
It is the guy from
I actually didn't know they did.
Is that actually who got it?
How do you know that?
Because he's the best long snapper in the league.
But like, how do you?
Oh, this is a long snapper.
I pay attention a lot.
I respect that. I would have gone Cordova though.
This guy, he can cover too, like going down the field.
I guarantee you, special teams player is Matthew Slater.
Yes, it is.
Listen. I know Matthew Slater's a great special teams player, and I know he's gonna get every year. But I couldn't name you one other special teams player in the league.
Like somebody who strictly does that.
Like people just know, like just to put Matthew Slater.
If I guess Duvernay plays too much receiver.
Your punter,
Duvernay's just yeah, but he's also like I guess this year he's just been a returner.
Your punter from the NFC.
Andy Lee.
Brian Anger.
From
Cowboys.
Do we even need to talk about kicker from the AFC, or can we just brush that one over?
See, that pisses me off.
What?
Matt Gay
that
got
pisses
from
you
the
off
NFC.
Because that's another one. Because that's another one like
JT should
Matt.
Deserve it though.
Yeah,
I would have gave it to Nick Folk.
What? JT broke the longest record for longest field goal to win a game, and he doesn't miss.
So can I talk? So Nick Folk and Nick Folk and JT right now, they both have missed 3.
Yeah.
Nick Folk has more field goals made, more extra points
how many
made.
like records did he break this year to win a game?
I think he broke the Patriots record for most consecutive. I think actually.
Who cares?
Okay, so we'll answer your question.
I'm just saying. No, I don't think there's anyone in the world who would not pick Justin Tucker as their kicker.
No, but that's
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Off this year, you think, but I don't know,
because he shouldn't have got it last year. Jason Sanders should have got it last year. See, that's what
I
my thing
think
though.
Justin Tucker should get it
people
every year
get
that
to
he
this
breathes.
section and it's just like kicker. I'm just gonna put Justin Tucker. It's the only fucking kicker I know.
But why do they know him? Is it because he's the best kicker in the league?
I understand that.
Okay,
if I was starting a team, I'd pick him.
Who
I would too.
are the top 3 players with the most votes this year?
Jonathan Taylor, Tom Brady, Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably would also put Tom Brady, Cooper Kupp. I don't know if I'd go JT. Because I feel like I'm just trying to think, like, what's a huge name? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it might be Patty.
Okay.
Is that dumb?
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah.
It could just because. Okay.
Yeah, it actually is dumb. Okay, number 1, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 2, Nick Bosa.
Oh, okay.
Respect
Wow. I
Sorry,
did not expect the public to.
Love that.
Number 3, Travis Kelce.
What?
Really?
Coop
Yeah.
isn't in any of this?
That's kinda
You'll
weird.
never be
Coop's
able to
going
guess
crazy.
who got number 4.
Is it a running back?
You'll
Position? What
never
position?
be able. No, I can't say the position.
I don't know.
I'll never be able to guess.
You'll never be able to guess it.
And it's not Cooper Kupp.
Is
Not
it a-
Cooper Kupp.
Please tell me it's a lineman.
It's-
Trent Williams.
No,
Who is it?
Kyle Juszczyk.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
What is
He
going
finished
on?
with
Yo,
number
that's
4 Pro Bowl
crazy.
votes.
I feel
favorite.
like
Respect.
maybe that's more so just like he's the only fullback.
Yeah. Has a fullback ever gotten that many Pro
I-
Bowl
I
votes?
feel
Maybe
like
he
that's
broke the
most.
record. Like,
That's pretty sick if he broke the record. He's like, fuck, I didn't even do anything. This
yeah.
year.
All right.
Dude, okay,
That's
respect.
hilarious.
I can't
That's
believe
super
Cooper's not
respect.
in there, to be honest. It kind of blows my
yeah.
mind. Tom wasn't even in there.
Dude,
That's
actually,
weird.
where
Yeah,
is?
no quarterback. I guess, but quarterbacks, the votes get kind of spread out a little
Yeah,
bit. I
that's
guess.
fair. I just feel like when I was just thinking like huge names that like anybody would just gravitate to.
Yeah.
I don't even. Where is Cooper Kupp on this list? Trayvon Diggs was after
Fuck that.
Kyle Juszczyk.
You just gotta be on the Cowboys and be overrated for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't even see Cooper Kupp's name on this like list.
That's
with, like, the
disgusting.
top-
if that's the
tough.
case.
That's tough. That's bullshit.
Clearly, these kids don't play fantasy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. Well,
Who they
anyways,
vote nowadays.
college football talk.
Ooh, yes. We brought our college football analyst / expert, Iceman, today, especially to kind of give us a preview / a rundown of what's going to go on in these college games,
These playoffs.
And I'll pull up the lines as well while you give us a quick.
Okay. I did say some lines. So the
Okay,
first
perfect.
one we could kind of talk about is Bama versus Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really too much I really kind of got to get going on this. If Cincinnati does win, I'm telling you right now, it'll be the biggest upset in college football history. It'd
Okay.
probably be one of
So
the
are you
biggest.
saying you're picturing a massacre of Cincinnati?
So let me get into it a little bit. So Bama right now is minus 13.5, and then the total is 58 points.
Okay.
So right now, it's going to be an interesting game. What I want the fans to look out for is these COVID updates. So right now, Bill O'Brien and the Alabama offensive line coach, Doug Marrone, they both contracted COVID. It sounds like they're going to be fine by the time the game starts. The game's on the 31st. So keep an eye out for those because that also played a role.
Can you
in the
imagine?
Georgia
Those
game.
guys must just be in a full-on quarantine.
know,
Like
right?
they probably have their own bubble going on.
They're freaking out, but I'm sure it's the semifinals. They're gonna be there. 100%.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
it's
imagine
Bama
they
too.
won't.
These guys got all the money in the
they'll
world.
figure it out,
They'll
man.
build a new facility to
Exactly.
quarantine in.
So yeah, just that's just something I would say to keep an eye out for. So realistically, it's how is Cincinnati going to, because right now I don't think Cincinnati is going to be able to consistently move the ball down the field. They're going to have to result in getting big plays if they want any chance of winning. And then they're going to have to shut down this Bama offense who has the Heisman Trophy winner Bryce Young and Jamison Williams, their top receiver right now. Because somehow Bama manages to get the fastest receiver in the nation every year.
Yeah,
They
it
had
helps if
Jalen
you're
Waddle, Henry
Alabama.
Ruggs, and now they got Jamison Williams. So Bama averages 42.5 points per game. Cincinnati, they only give up 16 points a game, but they haven't really paid anybody crazy, and they haven't really faced a rushing attack yet. So they have one pretty solid linebacker, Cincinnati. Their biggest thing right now is, so their two corners, One of them is the Jim Thorpe Award winner. So he was the best DB in college football.
He's projected first round draft pick.
The thing is, not him. The other one. So it's crazy. This guy won best DB in the nation, but his teammate Sauce Gardner hasn't give up a touchdown his entire career at Cincinnati.
That's pretty wild.
He's a good player. No, and I thought it was all talk, and then when Notre Dame played him, I was like, okay, this guy's actually a baller. So those two guys, that's gonna be the matchup to watch because Bama's Jamison Williams playing, but John Mechie, the Canadian from Ontario, who's coming into this year would be their starting their best receiver. He got injured last game,
right?
So he's gonna be out. So the thing with against these corners, Bama, they don't care like how good or what players you have. They're gonna attack everyone. They're gonna play their normal offense. Yep. Like their winning touchdown against Auburn, they went right after their best corner. Like they don't care. Like we're just gonna play our offense. We have 5-star players all over the field. We're just gonna.
They're just saying we're better than you are.
Exactly. Yeah. So what I think is gonna happen is because Cincinnati just never faced a rushing attack like Bama. They haven't faced an O-line like Bama all year. So I think Bama's going to come out and really try to pound the ball on them first. And Jamison Williams is still going to be getting a lot of targets. So especially with Mechie gone. And even if they do cover him, okay, whatever. They got another 4-star receiver, tight end right beside him. Mm-hmm. But some things I want to go talk about Jamison Williams if you're looking for some props this week. So Jamison Williams, his last 8 games, 6 of them he's been over 120 yards. And in his last 7 games, he's had 6 plays where he's had over a 50-yard play.
Wow. So you're saying hit the over on whatever is...
So whatever, longest play, I think it's usually like 49.5 or whatever, 50 in the prop. Uh-huh. I'm looking at for longest play, longest touchdown. I would say it's in that 50. I would take the over on that. So I would say whatever longest play is, I would take it if it's in that 49 or 50 range. Maybe let's see what it is first. But 6 out of your last 7 games, that's just one player.
Yeah,
one player.
So anybody else is liable to go off.
Exactly. He's just gonna burn you. He's gonna take a slant. He's gonna take it house. And I don't think Cincinnati is gonna be able to sustain drives to score, like march the ball all the way down the field in order to score. They need to get a big play somehow. So if they have any chance of winning, they need a big play.
So there's gonna be a big gain, is what you're saying.
So I think that would be kind of a prop to look at. And so I would kind of look at that. I would look at the over on the rushing for Bama because I would expect them to kind of pound the rock. I think they're just going to play their offense. It'll be not respectable, but I don't expect it to be like 50-0, something like some of the.
So are you taking the Bama spread? Like is that what you're saying?
I'm going to take the Bama spread.
With that?
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
13.5?
I see this game being kind of like that 35-10, 35-12, 14 kind of range.
Okay.
So I think Bama beats them pretty handily, especially playing at AT&T. Bama's never lost at AT&T, and every game, their closest game ever at AT&T was 30-14 versus Notre Dame, and that was last year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I would take Bama minus.
Bama minus 13.5. I like it.
Yeah, but 58 points. I would probably take the under on that.
You think it'll be less?
Yeah, like I said,
he's not 30. Scoring a lot?
Yeah, 35-10, something like that.
Okay. And what are we thinking here for? This is looking to be the tighter game of the two.
Yeah, this
Michigan versus Georgia.
Yeah, so this Michigan-Georgia game, I'm honestly more excited about this game than whoever plays in the national championship game. I think this is going to be quite the game. So right now, the spread came out as -8 Georgia, so over a touchdown, which I think is kind of crazy. Okay. So the total's at 45 right now. To be honest, I'll tell you right now from the start, I don't know who's gonna win this game. This is gonna be a super freaking close game because like both games are just super strong defensively. Georgia this season, they have arguably the best front seven in football. So they only allow 81 yards rushing per game. Okay, they have the best linebacker in the nation, Nakobe Dean. He's a baller. He's been playing over there.
What year is that guy?
Sophomore, junior, I think. I can't remember.
What's his name?
Nakobe Dean. That's
a tough name to grow up with, though.
Yeah,
you think that toughened him up?
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like, why not just become Jacoby at that point?
Exactly.
What were his parents thinking?
Oh fuck, they're just one letter off.
If anyone knows the Dean family, find that out, please.
Thank you.
But go on.
Yeah, but if anybody gives Nakobe Dean any problem, his teammate will probably help him out. You ever see this Jordan Davis fellow?
That guy is absolutely terrifying.
Is he a freak?
He is 6'6", like a freak. 340, 350. Find a I'm gonna find your picture for him right now.
We'll put it up on the on the screen. Dude, he is really fast.
He's a quick.
He's actually
he's like really
freakish
fast.
human.
Oh, the DT. Yeah.
Is this guy not a freak?
Yeah, he's spooky.
So imagine he was in the Heisman voting. He was top 5 in Heisman voting.
What?
Yes,
That's
a
crazy.
defensive
Did
tackle.
he have crazy numbers this year?
Nothing spectacular. But he's just like
Impactful.
the biggest threat in the run game. Well, his only stat they need is they have only 81 rushing yards per game. So he's a huge man. That guy's just eating up double teams all day.
Yeah.
This will be tough because Michigan is a big run team. That's their whole thing.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh wants to come. He wants to hammer the football at you. They got a good running back, Hassan Haskins. He had a 5-touchdown game against Ohio State.
Wow.
But you're going to be playing the best run defense in the country.
Right.
So it's going to be, that's their game plan. I think they're going to stick to it. They're going to want to run. Something I would take note in when watching this game. So they have their backup quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. He's a freshman. He's an IMG guy. They want to get him involved in some ways. He does some athletic things. So these last 3 games now, his last game he had 4 rushing attempts. The game before 2. The other game before he had 2 rushing attempts. So what they've been doing is they come in, let him run the option of play. Let's run these design QB runs. I expect them to kind of do something like that, maybe around the goal line. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets at least 2 carries this game. Just put him in for a play or 2, let him do it. And they've also put him in, let him throw one. So everyone thinks he's coming to run the option, and then he pops one over top. They actually scored a touchdown on
He can sling it a little bit. I know it's probably.
Oh yeah, well, he was a high prospect. He was a high prospect. So they want to get him involved. So that's something I would maybe, if you're keen on it, maybe see what the line is there for that for a prop. See over 2 carries for J.J. McCarthy, their backup quarterback. I think that could be interesting. But it's going to be a really defensive game. So I think right now I'm kind of leaning towards the under because I think it's going to be very tough, very, very tough for Georgia to pass the ball. They're playing the best pass rush in the country, Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo.
Oh, yeah. I don't like that guy.
Yeah, why don't you like him, Mark?
I don't like his build. He's just this giant, long,
I did not
white
expect
dude.
you to say that.
I just don't like him.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch a lot of college, hence why we got our analyst here.
I'm the analyst.
But in the games I've seen, everybody just talks about this guy so much. I don't like how he looks.
Okay.
Aiden's his first name?
Aiden, yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson, yeah. Nothing. Nothing.
It just sounds Aiden, such a privileged name.
It kind of is like such a white dude.
The way I
didn't
see it,
work for anything.
I'm a way bigger Jordan Davis fan, especially since he's like over like 100 and something pounds bigger than me and still probably faster than me.
Yeah.
And that's
It's not
outrageous.
too hard to do.
That's a bear.
It's
not too hard.
that guy's a bear. I'd love to see that guy bear crawl. Jordan Davis, if you're watching this, I challenge you to a bear crawl race.
There you go.
Okay. Loser
we'll set it up.
Gets your University of Georgia scholarship.
And what does he get if he wins?
His scholarship. He gets to keep it.
He gets to take your seat at Method to the Madness.
We're gonna need a bigger seat. Yeah. So yeah, no. Well, I'm sorry you don't like Aiden's build.
I don't like Aiden's build as a human.
That's unfortunate.
I'm sure he'll be a fine football player.
Yeah. No, he's not bad. If anything, I'd say him and David Ojabo are the best defensive end pairing in the nation. They're both over 10 sacks this year. So I think they're 4th in scoring defense. And they held OSU to 27 points. So Ohio State has, if I'm being honest, is a much better offense than Georgia. Like Georgia's team this year was built around their defense.
Yeah.
So that was a very impressive showing. They beat them like 40-something to 27. So that was the most impressive game this year by Michigan. And they played really good teams. Georgia really, other than Bama, who they got smoked by, I think they're really caught off guard. They haven't played anybody that crazy. They were on the other side, the SEC. They didn't have to play the Texas A&Ms, the Auburns, all those tough kind of games. Yeah. So they kind of got easy there. So, and especially like, I wish you guys had me on the week before when that Bama game was going on. Cause like literally, like I would have told you to put your whole bank account on Bama. Bama, whenever they're the underdogs, they end up winning that game by 10 plus.
Wow.
And Saban is 25-1 versus their old assistants.
Really?
Yeah, I put some money on the Ole Miss game this year. It was Ole Miss, wasn't it?
They didn't lose. Oh, did they lose?
They got upset by Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's right.
Was it Ole Miss?
I can't remember. But yeah, there's one literally 25.
Oh man, it kind of bothers me. I know this coach's name.
But yeah, no, I wish I was on for that. So that was their only big game. So that was their first time playing like a strong defense compared to what they've been playing all season. Mm-hmm. The other time they ended up playing a strong defense. Lane Kiffin, yeah.
Yeah.
So they ended up beating Clemson in the beginning of the season 10-3. So Clemson had a really good defense, tough offense this year. But that one touchdown they had, pick 6. So Georgia has really struggled against these tough defenses. So I really don't know what to expect this year. They have their best receiver just got COVID. I don't know if he's going to be back in time. But they've gone all season without him. That last game against Bama was actually his first game back. Now we got COVID, so we'll see what happens there. They have this great freshman tight end, Brock Bowers, very good player. He's going to be their red zone this threat. If there was something I would look at for touchdown potential, Brock Bowers, he has 5 in the last 3 games, and I'm pretty sure majority of them have been in the red zone. They threw another against Bama. Their backup tight end got a touchdown in the red zone. So I would definitely look at these tight ends in the red zone. So I would look at Brock Bowers this week if I'm in that regard. Okay. They really have to lean on their run game though, because I don't know if their quarterback Stenson Bennett.
So how you think rushing attempts might be there for the
I think
over?
Both sides. Oh, I think for sure Michigan. I think the only time Hassan Haskins, or the last time he didn't get 20 plus carries, is when they lost to Michigan State. So I think even though you're playing the best run defense in the country, you got to just kind of stick to your plan. And Jim Harbaugh, he's tough-headed. He's going to stick to it, and he's going to keep pounding. Okay. So I would kind of look at that prop.
So over on rushing attempts?
Yeah, because realistically, like with Stenson Bennett, the quarterback of Georgia, I love his story. He's a walk-on guy. So he walk on, and he's starting over JT Daniels.
I did not know that.
JT Daniels.
He came from USC, right?
Yeah, and before that, he was at Mater Dei High School. He was the number 1 quarterback
respected in the country. How did this guy win that job? In practice?
Kirby Smart loves this shit, man. Because I think JT Daniels got hurt last season and Bennett stepped in, and now Bennett kept the role. But think back to starting Jake Fromm over Justin Fields.
Was he also a walk-on?
I don't know, but
like you're just saying,
obviously the more talented player, he's gonna go with this guy.
Yeah,
and that kind of, you could argue that kind of bit him in the ass, because then you lose Justin Fields to Ohio State. Right. He obviously goes to have a great career. So I don't know, that was kind of tough situation. Is Stenson Bennett a top player? He struggled at times against better teams, as we've seen. So realistically, this game's coming down to whether Stenson Bennett or Cade McNamara, the quarterback for Michigan, who's going to step up and who's going to make the plays when they matter most. Okay, so I think whoever plays better whoever wins this game, you're going to look at their quarterback stat line. It's like, yeah, he was better than the other guy.
So you think the game itself is kind of a toss-up, but we're settling on, you think, under 45?
I think, so what I'm going for right now, I think this is going to be a super tight game. I think something that Michigan has going for them, they have the number 1 special teams efficiency in the country. So they have the best special teams in the country all around. They've been creating explosive plays. They've played better teams. They definitely had a better strength of schedule. So Georgia's just so tough defensively. They're an SEC team. But if I had to pick, I would go Michigan +8, because I think that -8 gap, it's just too big. It's too big.
Gap. Okay.
I don't know who's going to win. If Michigan wins, great. If they do lose, it won't be by much. So I think Michigan -8. They're just peaking at the right time.
You're getting me excited to watch this game now. I kind of want to see this.
I'm fucking excited for this game,
I'm actually just going to throw my bets down right now because I'm just...
I can see this guy on Bet365 on the website.
Yeah. So Michigan +8. They're just peaking at the right time. They beat OSU. Their Big Ten championship game, they beat the crap out of Iowa. They're killing teams right now. If they win, I won't be surprised. It's going to be a close game. But yeah, I would hit that. And I think these are two super these are two of the top defenses in the country. They're both going to have to run the ball. I would take the under on this also.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
I like that. Points and under. I think that's safe. Maybe we get a little watch along for this game.
That'd be awesome.
This could be a good one. This sounds like this could be a movie.
I'm really excited to watch these games.
Going forward, it looks like it might be time for everybody's favorite segment here.
Q&A.
I'm so excited for that.
Q&A. We have our guest here, Iceman, once again. His first ever Q&A. Wow, do we get a lot of questions this week?
Really? Wow.
We're gonna have to condense it to just a few though, especially since some of these are. I'm gonna delete that one. That one can't be said online. Some of these aren't
get canceled.
Yeah, we're not trying to get canceled here.
I wanted to know what that was.
So, so first one, actually, I think is a really valid question. It is from a Matteo Triganio. He asks, "Do you think there should be a fullback position added to the BC Football All-Stars?"
You know what? Well, if I had to think about it, like, what other teams use a fullback other than Notre Dame?
There's So I feel like a lot of teams have an I formation.
Yeah.
But it's no other team has it as their base.
Yeah.
Like
No.
like VC goes into I sometimes.
Yeah. Mount Boucherie ran a lot of I this
Mount
year.
Boucherie's big I.
Mount Boucherie was all I.
What if
Tweeds
this
ran a
is
little bit.
this could be like a situation where maybe you have like a flex,
But if
could be
you-
like a
yeah.
tight end fullback.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Interesting.
Is it
I
tight
think
ends?
it's actually.
I don't even
I don't
know.
know.
Is there tight
Actually,
ends in it? I don't
no,
think there's a tight end.
Isn't it?
We should add a tight end fullback.
That's 100%.
That's what needs to
I
be
actually
added.
agree. You know what I think they do? I
What?
think it kind of depends like who's in it this year. Because I remember one year, the fullback from Mount Doug was like a good player, and I think they put in a fullback just because he was like that good of a
Oh wow,
fullback.
they just put it in.
So they
for-
adjust it
Yeah.
to who's.
So maybe if this Mateo guy, like maybe he's a fullback.
he
that's
might
why
have been a
he's
fullback or might be a
Okay, well,
fullback.
maybe if he was just like outstanding as a
Yeah.
fullback, they would have.
I honestly I imagine if this guy really is
Yeah.
good or was good, they would have it.
Yeah,
so I don't think he has
probably.
anything to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Right?
guess if
I'm glad he's looking out for other fullbacks.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
guess
That's a
it is
brotherhood, man.
fullbacks
Yeah.
don't get love.
They don't
They
get
don't.
love,
They
but
don't
man,
get love,
those
no.
guys they give everything
You gotta
to
bring
open
him
up a
back.
lane.
Real quick point here. The line actually shifted half a point since Iceman started talking about it. So
On which
Michigan,
game?
so Georgia's only favored by 7.5.
So you're telling me
Still
Bet
over a touchdown.
365 is listening to this live.
There's a microphone in my
There-
computer that could be picking up
Really?
conversation.
Unbelievable.
Oh my
Can
god,
you
boy!
believe that?
You're hearing it now. In a few days, they're probably gonna adjust it and shave it by another
Crazy.
couple points.
Yeah,
That's
So get
wild.
your bets
Get
in
on it
now.
I guess everybody's hammering Michigan.
They must know.
100%.
Next
Yeah, I thought
question
that minus 8 was disrespectful.
comes from a Mahiu Mineta. He
Did
asks.
you say meef?
I might have.
What the hell's a meef?
It's a strange name.
I've
Can
never.
you-
I don't know what a meef
Can
is.
you get Meef to write in and elaborate on that?
I'll ask him.
What
You
is
might
that?
ask me another question regarding
Yeah.
meef.
Okay.
So he asks.
I'm so confused.
This is actually what. This is a good coincidence. It's a Pro Bowl related question. He says, "I didn't even think about this guy not getting in. Thoughts on Lamar Jackson making the Pro Bowl over Josh Allen?"
Yeah, ridiculous. We kind of touched on that.
Yeah. What do you mean you didn't think about that?
Yeah, we.
I didn't
talked
think
about
about. I didn't think about Josh Allen not making it. I just thought it was
Oh,
kind
really?
of wild that I'm not wild. I'm proud of you, Lamar. You deserve everything you get,
Yeah.
man.
Meef, whatever that is. Josh Allen deserved it.
Yeah,
over
Josh
Lamar.
Allen
I think we
deserved
kind
it.
of already touched.
That's
on
actually
that.
such garbage that they gave it to Lamar.
What did I say?
I know
It's a
what it
popularity
is.
contest.
I know what it is,
Why?
but it's so
why do I get
stupid.
mad? We didn't even go through the whole roster. I had so much more stuff to probably get
He
mad
had
about.
every offensive line position
There's some offensive linemen that
listed
need love.
with names: AFC, NFC.
Creed Humphrey better have got it.
I think I did see his name on there.
Okay, good.
So next question. Nope, we're not doing that one. 8 turn. Here's a good one. Thoughts on? I actually gave this guy a nickname. He's playing right now for Tennessee. He's their running back Dante Foreman.
He messaged us?
No. He's busy right now. He's playing a game.
I was gonna say that'd be impressive.
That would
He's
be,
on the bench.
he's like texting
Crazy.
right now. Oh God.
Yeah. Live
so
update.
then-
The score's 10-10.
Wow,
I know.
didn't see
I know.
that.
I was all on Tennessee to be honest. I'm
Jimmy
pretty
G,
happy.
2 interceptions. Yeah,
Yeah, he did. Just the
So
one.
he asks
love those jerseys.
thoughts on Foreman, aka Baby Henry, is what I call him.
Yeah.
Baby King.
He kind of fits the mold of Henry, right? Like
Yeah,
kind of
he's-
like that same type
Kind
of
of looks
runner,
like him.
just smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot smaller, actually. I was
Is
looking at him
he?
like.
Yeah, running back is such a carousel position in the NFL. You kind of throw anybody back there and they're gonna produce. Not Henry wise. That's obviously he's
No.
obviously he's a
freak.
beast, and they're gonna carry him
And he
through
should
the
get
whole
paid.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But
But
Deontay Foreman, he's just
not
not.
a bad player.
He's
Not a
not.
bad player.
But he's not where. Yeah, where
Yeah.
Henry was.
There's probably 50 other backs in the league like him.
Yeah.
We now have a question from a. This is actually a past guest on the show. His Instagram handle goes by Colby Boljevich. We just call him Jester.
Yeah.
Jester.
He asks, "How do I stop furiously going through weekly hinge dates, knowing I may never find true love?"
Did this guy know I was gonna be on the pod?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
Honestly, what Jester you say?
His name's Jester. Yes.
So sorry, what was that last part? Can you say that out again?
He says, "How do I stop going on? How do I stop furiously going on weekly hinge dates, knowing I may never find true love?"
Eventually, one's got to stick.
I mean, yeah, one's guys.
Yeah.
It's trial and error, man.
Yeah.
Like you close your eyes and keep throwing darts.
I'm not gonna hit bullseye the
Exactly.
first time, but if you
No.
give me like
You might.
10,
You could.
It's very
20?
true.
30, I'm gonna have fun throwing the darts.
Like,
It's
but
gonna be expensive.
Realistically, Jester, like, how are you gonna score if you don't shoot?
Gretzky said it. Miss like, was it most of or all of the shots you don't take?
You miss all of the shots you don't take.
Take some shots, Chester.
That's Wayne Gretzky.
But like, you still have fun like playing the game.
That's another thing too,
right? Like you're still like out there shooting the buckets and whatnot.
Like I'm sure he's having fun on these.
Yeah, I hope you're having if you're having a good time, Jester. Then you have nothing
if he's not having fun, then
that's when it's time to change it up. Then you look at different options. Maybe Bumble.
Yeah,
like
maybe Bumble's
like
a move.
Maybe there's different girls.
Maybe you go all the way back to Tinder.
Yeah,
you never know. Right? You gotta
just
dip in different pools.
The library. It's not an app. You just go to the library.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that where you meet people?
Yeah. You know, like those library girls, they don't get a lot of love. No. You just pretend to read.
Time to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite book to pretend to read?
Doesn't matter. Like the one with pages in it and words on.
I'm like a picture book guy.
Yeah.
I like the pop-ups.
That's fine.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are very good.
Next question comes from a Scene Vines. He asks, "Who's winning the Super Bowl?" Interesting question.
Super Bowl prediction.
This could go a multitude of ways. I think.
I'll let you guys go first.
I don't think it's crazy for the Rams to win it.
Dude, I think I don't know who's gonna win, but I could see it being Packers Chiefs.
Actually, you know what? I kind of take that back. Right, I think the Packers win it.
Yeah,
I take that back. I think Aaron Rodgers is way too close.
I really don't want them to win it.
I would really
because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, because I have to get in fights with Aaron Rodgers fans all the time.
Yeah, you don't like Aaron Rodgers?
No, I hate his guts. He's so stupid. He doesn't even try. You know what I mean? Like, he throws the ball like sidearm, and when he misses, he's just like, whatever. And he does this stupid thing with his chin strap. First off, is that a regulation chin strap? Because it's only got one strap. It just holds. Like, what is that?
Yeah, you saw the meme. It went right up on his head.
Yeah. Get this man a real helmet. Or chin strap at least.
If AB had to change his helmet, he should have to change his chin strap.
Honestly, that guy has gotten some bullshit treatment. Like the whole COVID thing. AB got a 3-game suspension. And then he got like a talking to?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I do really love Aaron Rodgers, so I can't take that away. Yeah, he's fun to watch. He's a little magician.
Yeah. The Packers and the Chiefs it's always about who's the hottest near the end of the year.
Yeah.
And those are probably the hottest teams right now. Don't take the Patriots out of it. I don't know.
I'd love for the Rams
I can see you guys going to the AFC Championship. I just, like, at the end of the day, Mac is still a rookie.
I think if we get the first seed, then I like our chances. If people have to come through New England, I like our chances.
Okay.
I really do. And we're one of, like, 4 or 5 teams that have a top 10 offense points per game and top 10 defense points per game right now.
Okay.
So
you guys are...
we're definitely a top team in it. I think so. And we should have won that Colts game. We didn't deserve to win, but we were the better team.
Okay. Next question, and I think this will be our last question, just because the other ones probably aren't very appropriate.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah. There's funny guys in the DMs. Really? Hilarious guys.
We got a lot of jokesters, all right.
Wow, I read those and I laugh.
Yeah.
This one comes from A Turin.
Oh jeez.
He asks,
you know what? I'm sick of this guy's questions.
This one doesn't actually have anything to do with his personal life. Actually, I don't know. I don't even know. They're so vague sometimes.
Okay, what's this guy got to say?
Okay, this one's specifically for you.
Oh, okay.
He asks...
How do you know I'd be here?
I don't know.
I think... Okay, so this is the photo I put up. And I think people caught on. I was trying to be cryptic.
Oh, no.
It's like the Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I see. I see the humor behind that, which we don't have to go into detail about.
Well,
I see the humor.
So, A-Turn asks, what's the typical mindset of the sober assassin heading to the Belmont basement?
I'm
leaving this one for you.
Maybe you should ask whoever the sober assassin is.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Well, there's your answer.
If I had to guess, it is. It is. I don't know. I think he just a go with the flow kind of vibe.
He's a go with the flow kind of vibe.
Just like
feel
whatever. Yeah, whatever comes at you, you're gonna take head on. You're gonna
hit it right in the face.
Hit it right in the face. Yeah,
I like that.
If whoever that guy is, I'm sure that's what he would.
Yeah, I feel like that's something he would think. I feel like he'd say it if he was here right now too.
Yeah, if he was here, but he's not.
Who knows where that guy is?
Iceman's
who
here.
He is
Iceman is here.
Iceman is here. If he addressed that question to Iceman, I would have had a completely different
It
answer.
would. Well, you heard it. Next time Iceman's around, send your questions as @Iceman or give us the Twitter hashtag Method to the Madness. and you can tag whichever of us you want. Iceman, Mav, Coog, Hollywood.
Sounds good.
Jester.
Otherwise, Jester
Jester,
could
yeah.
be asked.
Good
Thanks for joining us
Hey,
today,
man,
Iceman.
appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate it, man.
You did a great job.
I appreciate you.
And,
I love awkward white people with dap ups.
That was so weird.
That was good. But thanks for tuning in, guys.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week, and I can't wait to be rich with you guys. See you in Cancun.
As always, I'm Mav,
And I'm Coog.
And I'm the Iceman.
and this
was
is
Method to the Madness.
Good job, Hollywood.
How long was that?
That was long.
That's probably our